He turns around and like loudly, Drew goes, "Oh, I don't think they know I was joking." And she goes, and this is when I knew, because she goes, "Is this thing on?" To like a fake mic, and I was like,
everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Comment Section Show, starring me, your fave. Everybody knows me today. I'm a wiener, period. I did have to cut holes into this because my head was too big for the hole, but I don't want to talk about how fat phobic this hot dog costume is. On to the guest. Today we have the iconic, the legendary, the purely hilarious, one and only Tony Statovci.
Statovci.
Yeah.
Woo! You're so good at this. It's crazy.
Period.
I would have definitely messed up. That's crazy.
Well, you're 90 episodes in, so
yeah, true.
I'm seasoned at this point.
You look seasoned. You know
Period.
What I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Period. Happy to have you.
Thank you, man. I'm
big
happy
fan.
to be here. Likewise.
I'm a big fan of your content.
Likewise.
Everybody loves you.
I was wondering, asking, like, since you asked my last name, how do you say like yours?
Afwalo.
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 Okay. Is that so? Like, is there a what pronunciation is that? Like
Someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there an English one? Because I have two. Like, do you tell like?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like Afwalo is like the correct one.
Right.
Afwalo is like English. It's
yeah.
blending it all into one.
What's the Samoan way to say it? Samoan.
Samoan way to say it. I think it's just Afwalo.
See, I have Statovci, which
Yeah.
is like the English way, and then
Yeah.
Statovci, which is the Albanian
Ooh,
way. Yeah. So it's
okay.
like, I never tell people the Albanian.
Statovci.
Yeah.
Period.
So, yeah. So
I
I was
love
like,
that.
I wonder how you say her name. I always ask because of my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's like we talked about my boyfriend.
Peely?
His name's Peely.
Yeah.
But his English name is Billy because
Yeah.
Peely translated to English is Billy,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So he just went by Billy for like years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Carlo, we both love Carlo. Carlo's been on the show.
Yeah.
He refused to call him Billy. He's like, you're literally not a Billy.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I know. You can call me Billy.
That's
if you want.
crazy.
But I think in the last like 3 years, he's been telling people my name's Peely because he got tired of using the English name.
You know, Tony's not my real name.
I honestly don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Once you told me that pronunciation, I said that's not your real name.
My full name is Baton Rames Statovci. So Tony is just call me Tony. Just call me Tony. Like my mom, like what's crazy is I never went by that name at all my whole life. My mom gave me the nickname Tony.
Really?
So it's like I don't even consider like Tony is like my spirit, you know,
my essence.
Like and like Baton is like that's my govy. That's just the government. You know what I'm saying? That's if I'm in trouble, like here you go, officer.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
at the airport, you're
for sure.
Baton.
Oh, bro.
At the airport, you get profiled a lot.
Oh my God! Like I have a whole video about airports. It's so bad for me, man. Like I don't wear my hair up during like security because if I do. They make me take it down and they check it for like bombs. they're like yeah, we
for
just
explosives.
They're like, yeah, we have this method that we do. We're gonna need you to, and I'm already like, cause I know what it is. Yeah. Check if I have fucking bombs on my hands. Go ahead, man.
They do the little swipe thing
every time. No, like I got clear. So like now it's like it's chilled out a lot.
Yeah.
But before clear,
you'd have to go like 6 hours early because you know they're gonna stop you.
Bro, and like me, I'm used to it. My girl, she gets so mad. She's like, why aren't they stopping anybody else?
Me core. To my boyfriend because he gets profiled a lot.
Yeah. So I'm like, baby, it's cool. That's what it is. Like, better say the sorry, I guess. Like
every time I go through TSA, this is not a joke. Every time I go, my crotch is something they have to touch.
Ooh,
that's not a joke. Every
tough.
single time. For a while, I thought it was my belly button ring. But I got that taken. Well, it fell out, and so I have to get it repaired. So I don't have it anymore, and it still fucking happens.
That's tough.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
I get like I wear a chain, so like they like touch up here. But I will have like when I'm getting patted down. One time I had this dude. He's like, I'm gonna pat you down, just so you know. I'm like, all right, and he slapped my butt cheeks down. And then in the same, like while the ventricular force is going down, he slapped him back up. And I was like, oh shit, like. What are you checking for,
what if he
man?
did that? He was like, okay, period.
Yeah, I would have been like, all right.
He said,
man.
I see that movement back there.
Give me a free plane ticket, man. Get out of here, bro. What?
He gets fired. He's like, worth it.
But I mean, it's a weapon back there or something, I guess. I don't know.
That's what I feel like every single time. I'm like, damn, bitch, there's no way. You know what's so funny? The other day we flew, we were in New York a couple weeks ago. And when we flew there, I always almost exclusively fly like at night or early in the morning because it's like what works best for my schedule. And so it's late as hell.
And you lose time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's late as fuck. Like we're all going. and we board with like first class, whatever the fuck. So we board.
Big money. That's
Yeah.
For sure.
We board, and this happens every time. Every single time we board, someone goes, "Are you about to board?" Like it's always passengers.
Right.
We're only boarding first, and I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
That's why I'm in line.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you fly with? Who do you fly with?
Well, this time we flew JetBlue.
Okay, I've never flown JetBlue.
Typically we fly Delta.
Yeah, I was about to say, because that's who I fly with. My phone is red.
Yeah.
Okay, it's red over here.
Yeah,
dog. It's
literally.
not blue over here.
I don't know what you be doing over there.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I even like it's called Mint, like for JetBlue. That's like their lie down whatever.
Okay.
And so like only Mint. And so we walk on and Billy, like my boyfriend's going first, like Peely's going first. And he walks by.
Sir.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Sir, security's not allowed
Yeah.
to go on the plane. Even like when he started going on the plane, the lady goes, "We're boarding Mint." And he goes, "I know. Mind you, he already scanned it." So
I couldn't get back here without scanning. Like
it's scanned, and he walks past the
I
little
didn't
gate.
sneak in this
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. And she's like, "We're only boarding Mint." He goes, "I know." And he's still walking, and then she goes, "You need to be first class." And then he goes, "I know." And he's still walking, and then she goes, "Can I see your boarding pass?" And then he showed it to her, and then she goes, "Oh, you are Mint." Oh,
Are you?
okay.
Which one of you two is like the chill one, and like which one's like the? First of all, why are you talking to like you know what,
What
I'm
do you
saying?
think?
Yeah. Yeah. You know
What do you think?
Yeah. I feel
It's
you.
always me. Like when he, because he's so like, all right,
Yeah.
like about everything. He's
Yeah.
so like, it's fine,
Man.
whatever.
Man
But
shit,
it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like it makes me mad. I'm like, no, actually, it's not fine.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not.
You should be mad about this.
And the only reason I didn't react that way, I was high. Lucky for her.
I see, like I didn't know if I thought about it. I was like, should I bring it up on the pod? Like, does she bring it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, yeah, for sure.
I partook in some of the devil's lettuce.
How high do you get before a plane ride? Because I get anxiety now. Like I don't get. I
Really?
used to not get anxiety when I smoked, but like now I'm like, huh,
I just do edibles before planes.
you're crazy. you're crazy, Ned. That's crazy.
I have to do the little tiny baby ones, and I take just enough to get me like relaxed.
Right.
Because one time I was trying to fly somewhere for a brand trip, and then it was the worst fucking 48 hours. Like I went to the airport 4 times, didn't get on a plane once.
I remember you talking about that, and you were like, God told me not to come.
I'm gonna take the hint, bitch.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
lost
yeah.
at sea.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going
yeah.
into the Bermuda Triangle if I go.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, it's fine. I'll go home.
So like you take like a lot of edibles or like a
No,
little- okay.
like barely.
See,
anything.
it's crazy how edibles work. Like for me,
Yeah.
if I look at an edible too long, I'll get a little high. My girl, I'm talking about she's knocking them bitches down, and I'm like, damn, baby, like, and she's like 5'2", like, you know what I'm
My
saying?
boyfriend can eat like 8 of them, and he's fine.
No way.
He's like, when I take 2, I don't feel anything. I'm like,
That's my girl.
if I take 3, I'm hospitalized.
yeah,
So
I'm throwing up, like
going to the mental
crying,
hospital.
like yeah.
I'm like calling the cops on myself easily. I'm like, put
Call
me
the
in jail.
ambulance. Yeah, for sure.
I
for
think
sure.
even for that, when I was, when I took the fucking biggest L ever and went home after going to the airport 6 times, when I initially missed my flight, it wasn't our fault. There was like a huge accident or something. And when I was talking to the lady, I was like, well. And then my team called me and they were like, don't worry, we're going to look at some stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, you're so big time. That's
And
crazy. My team called me.
My agent was literally like, you were so calm and so, because she's heard me freak the fuck out over smaller things
Really?
than missing planes.
Word.
And so I was like, yeah, I guess I'll just go home.
But this is edible, Drew,
it's
right?
literally because
Okay.
I could not, even if I wanted to, and I did, I could not freak out. That's
Right.
why you need that.
For sure.
I'm
for
like
sure.
a high functioning anxious person, so that's why I need
Yeah.
I need some.
I don't even get like I don't even get anxiety throughout anything else. Like I'm never really nervous, like especially like public speaking
Yeah,
or
for
anything like
for
that.
shows and shit. Like I
Yeah.
never get nervous
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that. Yeah.
But I like take an edible and I'm like, man, one day I am going to die. Like it's like shit. Like,
You ever thought about that?
Yeah, like exactly. And then have you ever taken like portobello?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's just crazy.
He's like, okay, well, not a safe space.
Yeah,
so
that's just crazy. That's
won't be
just
talking about that. I actually don't even know what that is. If I'm being
Mushrooms.
real.
Shrooms.
Oh,
Portobello mushrooms.
shrooms.
Yeah.
No, I've never done shrooms. I'm honestly afraid to do them. I think I'm afraid of what my brain will show me.
No,
I don't want to see the other half of her.
Oh, it's
like,
yeah.
The back of my
Yeah.
brain is none of my business. Is
Yeah.
what I think. I'm good off
Keep
that.
that advice for sure. For sure. Because
I don't need to see all
I saw
that.
mine. And I'm a different person. Like if you would have made me like a year ago, like I would I was just different.
You're no
happier.
longer the same person you were.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a changed person. Me and Tony go way back to Coachella of this
Ew.
year.
I hate that we met there. My God, Coachella.
It's very influencer-y of
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
which you and I are both the opposite of what I think people typically expect of influencers. So that was not very, very cool of us to meet there, but we did meet there.
Bro, that whole trip was crazy.
Yeah.
I was Fanita invited me. Shout out to Fanita. Love
Yes,
you.
love Fanita.
She had an extra ticket and but she had to do a brand trip.
Yeah.
Like she was only there for a day, I believe.
Yeah.
And like the next day she flew out to do a brand trip. So I was there like alone. And I do some stuff with like artists like a lot of the times, you know. So like
Tony's very popular amongst very famous people.
you know, so Dreamville was there and they were like, "Oh, you're here."
Which is fucking crazy,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. And they're like, "You're here, let's get you in." And I was like, "Bet." And so I'm just sitting at the spot where you get let in. And I'm like, "All right, I'll just wait here." And then fucking Drew and her whole posse just fucking, they're glowing like fucking, like the Cullens in Twilight just moving. And I'm like, "Oh, hey guys. Yeah, I'm trying to get in," you know, begging, you know. She's like, "Oh, okay, see you."
That's not true.
No, it
I was
wasn't
like,
like-
no fucking way, because we had never met in person.
Yeah.
So we met in person. And then you were like, I'm waiting for Dreamville to bring me my wristband. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about me being big money, bitch. Okay.
Bro, and like they didn't bring it to like an hour later. So I'm
Okay,
just standing
that
there.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, she could have done anything about it. It was, but I was like, all right, well, I'll just wait here. And everybody's like passing me. They're like, "Oh, are you Tony?" Yeah, man. Hey, what's going on? J. Cole, let's get it going.
Yeah, literally. He's like, hey, Jay, can you hurry up, please? Cole,
was-
can you hurry up, please?
It was really cool, like being back there. Like
That
I
was
saw-
crazy.
Yeah, it was like people were just walking by. Like I saw Tyga there and Camila
Yeah.
Cabello. I was like, whoa, like
I saw Camilla.
Yeah.
I saw Shawn Mendes. I saw
Yeah.
Kylie.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Kendall. Yeah, it's
Kylie
pretty,
Jenner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even feel like I'm supposed to like just look at her. Like that's too fame, fortune. It's
like another
Yeah,
level.
like that's like another like thing.
It's very meta. Like that.
Yeah.
That part of Coachella is very weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very like what you see online all the time, or
Yeah.
what you see. It's just strange to be there because
That's
you feel
what-
like you snuck in, even
Exactly.
though you
Like,
have a
I'm not
wristband
supposed
too.
to be here, and you were fully invited and like paid to come out.
Yeah,
And it's
literally.
like, oh, I'm not. Like these, like it's just not your people. It's not my people. At least
Yeah,
what
I feel
think.
you.
It's like you have to almost condition yourself to be that famous.
Yeah,
and then you're-
yeah, that's
yeah.
like lie to yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah. Like, yeah, nah, it's not.
It's
not for
very
me.
strange. But I remember Tony was like, "Can I hang out with you guys?" And we were like, "Yeah,
Please.
yeah,
Please.
absolutely." Like once he got in, we were like, "Yeah, absolutely." And we're walking, and there's a lot of us, so we're like, "Okay, stay with the group." We're
Yeah.
walking. I turn around, I said, "Where's Tony?" And they go, "I don't know."
Keep in mind, from the time I was like, "Yo, can I chill with you guys?" to the time we disappeared, maybe 3 minutes. Like, could not have been 10 minutes.
To be fair,
Like, literally.
I'm sorry I didn't know I was going with the Homecoming King, because when we were back there, everybody was like, "Oh my fucking god, dude, I'm such a big fan." Like he got stopped 1,000,000 times.
So, like, I get stopped. I'm like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And I'm like, "All right." And there's nobody behind me. I was like,
I was like, guys, did anyone see Tony?
I was like, bet.
Where did he go?
and then that was, I don't know what day that was. So I was like, I just chalked it up to the L. I was like, they're gone.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think that
And-
was day 2, and then
Yeah.
day 3 we saw
each other again.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that.
Okay,
Because I
let's.
remember who you were talking to. Do you remember who you were talking to? And I was like, because like this is where, again, like I never had met Drew in person. So like some people are online funny and some people are real life funny. Some people are both. And that's not a shot to anybody. Some
Yeah.
people just have their written jokes prepared and then they're mellow in real life. Drew's real life funny. Let me tell you why. So she's talking to somebody. I'm not going to name their name. I'm not going to name their name.
I'm sick. I know who it was.
Because I'm standing there and she goes, I don't know what she's like, "Oh yeah, you're like the most handsome person ever," or something like that. Said like a hilarious joke, right? And I was like, and I get it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, like funny." And he goes, "Oh, they go, oh, thank you so much."
Listen.
And she
Hold
goes,
on.
"Bro," and he turns around and like loudly, Drew goes, "Oh, I don't think they know I was joking." And she goes, and this is when I knew, because she goes, "Is this thing on?" to like a fake mic, and I was like, I was like, oh yeah, I rock with Drew. This is hilarious. That shit was so funny.
Hold on, I'm fucking sweating in this hot dog. First of all, I'm upset, but I'm so glad you saw it because I swear to fucking God, I've told that story. I literally told it on my other podcast with my sister. And I was like, first of all, I'm pissed. I'm pissed the fuck off.
Yes, it was
because I was kidding. And now this dude is walking around thinking I think he's hot. Like, that upsets me. Like, and the way he was like, oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, and I was kidding, but okay.
But and like, what's funny is like, here's Drew, here's the person, right? And their backs are turned to each other. And she's like, oh, I was joking. Like, A's right here. Like, I was like, oh yeah, she don't give a fuck. Let's get it. Like,
because it's funny because I was kidding because it's a joke.
Yeah.
And he didn't get it, and now he thinks that I think he's hot. So.
Yeah. I call him the prep squad. That's what I call them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cheerleaders.
And then when I told that story, so many people were like, I feel like I know who it was. And I was like, you don't. You're probably in the right neighborhood, but you're wrong about who it is. Yeah. Like nobody guessed the right person. Yeah. But you would be shocked if it,
but that shit was so funny. And I wanted to like talk about it, but I was like, nah, like, whatever. I'm gonna bring it up eventually, like when I see Drew again. And I was like, podcast, I'm bringing that shit up.
Hey.
That shit was hilarious.
I literally said when I turned away from that interaction, and I was sorry, Brittany laughed because she got my joke. My sister laughed, you laughed. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But when we were like talking about it after, I'm like, see, that's the difference between someone who got famous for being hot and someone who got famous for being funny.
Yeah.
That's literally them interacting in the wild. That's what happens.
And I stole your joke. Like I would be like with my homies, and I would be like a joke wouldn't hit, and I'd be like, is this thing on? And I would get so many laughs. I was like, yes, okay, bet.
It hits. It hits every time.
Added that to the bag.
An old like white dad kind of.
Bro,
is this thing on?
For sure. That and
tough crowd.
What I didn't realize was like how short
he's small.
Like just
everyone.
All of them.
Everyone.
All of them. And like what I don't like, because like, you know, I like being tall. I'm 6'2", by the way. Big 6'2".
And that's for real. Like that's for real. Certified.
Yeah. And so they'll be like, oh my God, you're huge. You're so big. Wow. You're gigantic.
You're like the biggest bitch I've ever seen in my life.
Are we gonna fight? Like, do you want to fight me? Like,
is that a call out or a call in?
Or it'll be reversed. I literally saw you as like a teacup small loser. Like, you're so tall and right here. Like,
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I'm blown away.
The comments are crazy. Like, I don't think people even realize like.
I remember when your buddy, when you guys came up with your friend was with you that day.
When?
That third day.
My boy Jackson.
He came up, I remember you tapped Billy on the shoulder, Billy, and then he turned around, and then your friend was like, "What if he turned around and he just fucking decked you?"
I mean, that makes sense. Cause I did like invade somebody's personal space. I was like, cause like that's my thing is like I'm so like joking and funny.
Yeah.
That I'll be like, yo. And I'm like, what if people have like issues with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I should probably
Billy
not
was like,
do that anymore.
He was like,
I know.
to the music, and he goes, and just big old smiles and love. Like, but we ran into each other. We actually like ran into each other.
Like bumped into each other?
Because we hit a corner, and I was like, oh shit. And he was like, oh shit. And it was crazy.
We look
like brothers.
You were his favorite TikToker for like the longest time, probably, if not still now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, do you know this guy? And I was like, yeah, of course I know him.
See, I didn't know you knew me until I called Carlo, and y'all were at fucking Hibachi or wherever the fuck you guys were. And he goes, oh, I'm at dinner. I was like, oh, hey, Drew. Hi. What's going on? You're like, hey.
Carlo told me before you called him, he was like, oh, Tony's great. He has a girlfriend. He's so nice. He's so funny.
I love how that's the first thing. Like,
he's got
a great guy, loyal, you know, has a girlfriend. Like, that's how you know a man is good. Has a partner.
That's how I know.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you're a TikToker and you got like a solid relationship.
Yeah. Not like a 3 month, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're
like,
6 years in.
Like long time.
Yeah.
6 years?
Yeah.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Goats.
We just hit 6 years.
Goats.
Period. Love that for us.
For sure.
I think that Coachella experience is very validating to me. Thank you very much.
For sure.
Thank you for validating my
hilarious.
story. My truth. It's out now.
That shit was so, bro. That shit was so funny.
Oh,
I can literally talk about this whole podcast. Like,
just that
shit
one
was
interaction.
So funny, bro.
And your comment about the height thing is very real too.
Yeah.
I've told people that so many times, especially because like me and my boyfriend are big people. So I'm like, I'm tall as fuck. Like I don't know why people think I'm small. Or my man, because my boyfriend doesn't even look. He doesn't look small like at all.
Yeah, he's got them fucking mountains as arms. Yeah.
He's
Right. Well, I saw it.
I literally had I started a fucking frenzy on Twitter once because I was talking about. Well, I was really fucking mean to some guy who was trying to call me fat and ugly.
You were mean?
So unlike me.
No way.
So out of character. But I just fucked some guy up, and then that tweet went viral. But in the tweet, I said that my boyfriend was 6'4", and so many men were like, "It's so funny that she thinks her boyfriend's 6'4".
What do you want to make out with him? Like, what are you talking about, man?
He's not going to see this, so, unless I show it to him. So.
Exactly.
But also, like, why would I lie about that? Like, what do I have to gain out of lying about that?
I don't understand why people lie. Like, really, man, why they lie about their height once they're past 6 feet.
That's what I'm saying.
Once you make the 6, like, it doesn't matter.
I'm inclined to believe you.
Because, like, you're not going to be 7. You know, you might as well just 6'1", call it a day. Oh,
yeah,
because 6. You know what I'm saying?
6. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. And then I was like, it's funny because they were trying to say I was like 5'6", 5'7".
Word.
And I was like, I haven't been that since I was like 14. So sorry.
Yeah. What is up with Samoans? Like, why are y'all all units? Like, what is the bloodline about? Like, y'all.
That's the biggest indicator. I'm like, I'm literally Samoan.
Yeah.
If you know any Samoan people, it makes sense when I say how big I am, including my boyfriend. Like, but my dad's 6'6".
Yeah.
My brother's like 6'1". My brother's younger than me. So like, my sister's 5'3", but that's because
y'all need to start a family league or something and fucking take control of America, bro. Holy shit. Like, what the fuck?
My mom is 5'3", so like my older sister, she's right there. She's 5'3" or 5'4". Right. I'm 6 feet. My brother's like 6'1".
Right.
That's because my mom's 5'3", but my dad's 6'6". So it's like we all got tall genes to some extent.
Are y'all the ones that say, forgive me for my ignorance, are y'all the ones that say, is it Oos? Is that y'all?
Oos, yeah.
Yo, I went to...
it's Uso.
Yeah,
Uso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Rolling Loud. And I got invited to Rolling Loud, and not for whatever reason. There's a big reason why
security?
The only security in the Rolling Loud are Samoans. It's only them, literally, and that's not like a joke. Like and
that's
they
for realsies.
all know each other.
Yeah,
like because when like the night was winding down, they all got together and was like fucking chopping it up about like fucking everything. Like I was like, oh, they know each other, and so at the beginning I was like Tony, but by the end of the night, because I love making everybody laugh. By the end of the night, these big brolic men are just like, all right, Oos. He must not know my name is Tony. Okay.
Whatever you want to call me,
I had
that's
to figure
my
out what Oos meant. I was like, they all think my name is Oos. Like, what y'all talking about?
It's the shorthand for Uso, which means brother or sister, depending on who's saying it. Yeah. So, like, I couldn't call you an Uso, but I could call my sister an Uso because it's gendered kind of related. Okay. So, like, they call you Uso because that's a term of endearment.
And I figured, I talked to the only Samoan that was kind of my height. Yeah. Because, everybody taller than me, so I was like, yo, hey.
And he was 12.
Yeah, he was 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what does this mean? He goes, oh, that means we all fuck with you. Hit me in the chest. Hi, okay. Man. Hi, I'm going to go over here now, man.
Yeah. Stop for a couple seconds.
For sure. But they were all cool. And then, I had my hair up, and so a lot of them had like my hair. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got like similar hair, so like they're giving me like, from what I could tell, is the Samoan look. Like they're waiting for me to pick up on whatever message that I don't know because I'm not Samoan, and I'm like, nah, man, it's not me, man. I'm sorry, I'm Albanian and Turkish, man. And
they're like, it's all right. You got the hair for it though.
For sure.
My brother has very, very curly hair. He had long hair for a long time, and you've seen my boyfriend. He has long hair too. Yeah. Long hair is big in our culture. Yeah. We love men with long hair.
For sure.
So that's probably why they were like, that's one of us.
I'm talking about immediately when I walked in, they were like. And I was like, nah.
Long hair is kind of the indicator. Yeah. And you look racially ambiguous, so that's probably why they were like.
Yeah, I look like. I like to tell people, I look, like when people look at me, they go, like, it's a second, like I get second looks, and I've got second looks my whole life.
They're double take, because they're unsure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're also from the South, so that's another, you're the accent that you have too is also something where they're like.
I didn't know I had an accent.
Yeah, you do kind of.
Yeah. But like I never traveled.
It's an
before.
Atlanta one because didn't you say you grew up in Atlanta?
Yeah. I never traveled before like creating. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
and
that.
I didn't know. Like I mean, you know, like the New York accent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the famous accents, the Boston one.
Yeah.
But like I would go here, and what kind of got me was maybe I talk too fast. Like maybe I'm too southern. I don't know. But I'll say something like, "Oh, what's going on?" And like people be like, "What? What did you say?" And I'm like, "What's going on?" Like, but like, cause we just blur our words.
Yeah.
Like it's like, but everybody understands where I'm from.
Yeah.
And so, but like here, like I'll go to LA and bro.
They over enunciate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And like they do that and they like round their like it's like a and like that's how a sentence goes. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? With
like
us, it's like, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't hear no consonants. Is just like a one worded thing. So like when I come out here, I like point when I talk. So I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. This is wild.
You got to be extra,
Yeah,
like
sure.
inflection.
For
You got to
sure.
enunciate a lot more. I honestly think it's because maybe it's just because I know a lot of people from Atlanta, but I can understand you perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It might be a minority thing too.
I love I love when like a clip of a southern person just comes up and they're talking.
Yeah.
And like all the comments, what is bro saying? Like, cause like there's like the South, there's like Southerners, and then there's like deep Southerners. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking about like people who real deal like are from the South and like have never left their town.
Yeah, like
You know
born
what
and
I'm saying?
raised.
Yeah, like
generational.
Yeah. And what's funny is that like it can be like it's usually like either black or white people. Like those are the two, like because those are the deep Southerners. And like they talk and like I even sometimes I'm like, okay, I hear it. Okay, I can see what you're saying. But like people online, that's when I knew I was like, oh, like accents are really, really different. Like,
yeah, they're very well, yeah, they're geographical, but they're very specific to
that's
like
why
certain
like
areas.
when my mom comes from a different country, so to her like if she drove a direction for 2 hours, she's in another country.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you can drive for 24 hours left to right and be in the same country. Like, I don't think people realize like how big America really is.
Yeah,
and
compared
how,
to other
bro,
countries.
bro, states have different like cultures.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
dialects
saying?
and everything.
Yeah, bro, like you live in Cali versus you living in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Like those are like, bro, those
Very
are countries that
different.
just speak the same language. It's
Even
crazy.
in like Hawaii, like in Hawaii they have pidgin, which is like a dialect too.
Yeah.
And
it's
the
like
way
a Creole. Pidgin is the
pidgin's native Hawaiian.
Yeah.
It's like it's not exclusive to native Hawaiians, but it's also anyone who was born and raised in Hawaii. A lot of
Right.
times they speak pidgin, which is just a dialect in and of itself. It's not necessarily a language, but they do have certain words that are not English and they're
Right.
not Hawaiian.
what are some?
But
if
they
you don't
have-
mind me asking. Like, is there like a hello or like a?
They say shoots a lot,
Okay.
like which is just like anything.
Okay.
Like it's like an understanding of like okay, or if it's like sounds good, or it's
Like,
like
for sure, like,
yeah, oh yeah,
okay.
bye.
Okay.
Like it's all of those things. Like just depends on how you use it.
Word.
They say like bangas, which is like something that's really good. Oh, it's a banger.
Yeah.
And it's
isn't,
like, okay.
Isn't it like everybody's like an uncle or auntie out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like unko, so it's like UNKO.
Okay.
That's how they address
Oh.
like pidgin, like
Yeah.
native. It's like local people in Hawaii.
I feel like it's so like love there.
Yeah,
Like
it
it's
is.
so like we're connected.
And their inflection is very different. So it's like they end everything with a question mark. It's like it goes up at the end. But a lot of Polynesian languages, they are very like ending with it upping, like sounding like a question, essentially.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah, really interesting.
Look at us. We're covering all kinds
That's
of
what I'm
stuff
saying.
today.
That's what I'm saying. we don't know what the fuck we're gonna call this episode.
Wait, yeah, seriously. Wait, speaking of, you said something about being 7 feet. I know one of your most popular videos you made with Shaq. How was it working with Diesel?
Bro. What's crazy is Shaq is more normal than influencers I've met.
I guarantee
Isn't
it.
that sick? Doesn't that make you sick to your stomach? Isn't that Shaq is arguably one of the most famous people alive.
Truly.
And like, so from what I've realized, like working in this business, the first time you meet somebody,
Yeah.
it's like, hi, how are you? The second time you meet somebody, how you been?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like the first time I met Shaq was like our first video. One, however tall you think he is, he's like 5 inches taller. It's actually like, oh, this is crazy. This is a absolute fucking unit. And it was really cool. Like Shaq is funny. Like he actually
Yeah.
has jokes. So
Yeah.
we had a script outlined for our commercial, and we both like we both said it, and we looked at each other and we were like, nah, like this is not it.
Not feeling it.
Like, and I like in the script, I kept calling him Big Man. I was like, I don't want to call him that. Like, and Shaq was like, I don't want you to call me Big Man. So we freestyled it. We freestyled the commercial, and like Shaq was like, this is what we're doing, and everybody was like, okay. Like,
well, yeah,
I was
he
like,
says
this
it.
is what we're doing. And so I messed up like twice. I messed up the first time, and then I almost got through the second time, messed up. He goes, it's a lot different when there's a real camera in front of your face, huh?
I was like, okay, first of all.
I was like, all right, watch this. Killed it. And I said something slick to him. I was like, yeah, you like that? And he started laughing, because I feel like when you're Shaq or somebody like that, people don't joke around with you.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? And
they treat you very differently.
Yeah, so like for me, I was throwing jokes. And he was laughing, and he was like, we need to make more commercials with him. And I was like, yeah, you guys do, please. I need to pay bills. And so that was the first time. He was really busy. And then the second time we met, he was walking around. It was Shaq's Fun House. It was like something that he throws like every year where he DJs.
Oh yeah.
Diesel, First of all,
the DJ, I love it.
Crazy.
I've seen his set. I saw it at Goofball.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's
like,
good.
Really good. Like, and so I saw him, and he saw me. He goes, Tony. And well, first of all, this is Shaquille O'Neal. Like, Shaquille O'Neal just said my name. And so we dap up. We do our second video. This was like a 5-month span of difference. Yeah. And then he goes, all right, I'm gone. He goes, make sure you get a couple drinks in you. I'm out. Shaq Diesel. And like, that was it. I was like, this man is.
Damn, he has a sign off?
Oh, yeah. Like,
that's crazy.
But like, he whispered it into my ear. Who are you signing off to? It's just us here, Shaq.
The one and only.
Exactly. So I think like that's what kind of gives me like hope in terms of like being like as big as you can get, because I've met people with fucking 5 million followers and they're like dickheads. Oh, I don't know if I can say
you
that.
can cuss.
Okay, cool.
You can cuss.
And they're like terrible people. And then I met Shaq, and it's like, bro, like I would go to Shaq's house for like lunch. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
very real. I feel like I've met many influencers, and the ones that I love, like I love their content. I think like I love them from like a parasocial level. Yeah. Thankfully, I've been right every time. Right. I'm like, oh,
you get a vibe.
Yeah, they're really great. I was like, I feel like I pick them good. Mm-hmm. And then there are some that I meet, and I'm like, first of all, I don't remember anyone, and I have very poor vision, so like. People get upset when you don't know who the fuck they are. I'm like,
why didn't you say something to me last night?
I know. I was like, I couldn't even see you. Were you there? I didn't even fucking see you. But I feel like I've had the only negative interactions I've ever had with creators have been men, and then they're always men who like they're upset because I didn't know who they were. Which I find to be stupid, because I never fucking assume that anyone knows who I am. Bro. I introduce myself in every room I go into.
That is the bro, that's the corniest shit.
Yeah.
Like even like I'll go to the mall where I live, and somebody be like, oh my God, I love your videos. I'll be like, like the first thing I do is thank you. What's your name?
Yeah.
And they're like, John. I'm like, what's up, John? I'm Tony.
Yeah.
Bro, I know who you are. Like,
same.
It doesn't matter because I ask your name, and then I tell you mine.
Yeah.
But like people, like you know what really makes me mad when I go to these influencer parties?
Yeah.
People, like, it'd be people who I know are looking at me, and I know that they know who I am.
Yeah.
And they're like they damn near like avoid me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, I don't know, we'll bump into each other and be like, oh bro, like, do you make videos? It's like, bro, you've been looking at me the whole night. And I know this because like I'm seeing you doing it. I can feel it burning into my chest. Like
that's happened to me many times.
Yeah, and it's okay.
And it's someone who's like a mutual of mine too, and they like want me to say hi first because they were famous first, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck that much. I'm too old.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. That is the weird, like, because like when I go to a function, I'm not like big time over here. I'm still trying to get the team, the agent, the managers. I'm still trying to get where I need to go. Yeah. I'm demonetized on some platforms. Nobody to talk to, right? So I go there and I'm like, hey, do you have like an agent? Like, please, like, you know. And so I'm not there yet to like really like. I don't go out to have fun, honestly. Like,
I feel you.
Because like I don't really drink. Like I'm a smoker. You know what I'm saying? And when I smoke, I
feel that.
I like to chill. You know. So and the music, oh my God, the music at influencer parties is
it's bad every time.
It's crazy.
It's bad every time.
Like you'd think that they'd play like shit that they dance to, but they don't. Because like my first influencer party, I was like, all right, it's gonna be cool music at the very least, and it was just Transformer sex sounds. It was the fucking worst fucking music I've ever heard.
You seen those videos when they're like European dance club music?
Yeah, like that shit.
They're like,
that was all it was for like an hour and a half.
Oh, I know. I've been to all of them.
And like, the thing is like, because I don't really drink, I can't use alcohol to like have fun.
Yeah,
because like people will drink and they'll be like, "Fuck it, I'm drunk."
Yeah,
you know?
they'll start having fun.
Yeah, it's like me. I'm like, bro,
can't even
like,
do that.
Because when I smoke, I'm even more critical. Because like when I smoke,
you're too aware.
Yeah, because when I smoke, like that's when I also think of jokes and like I'll watch something. I'm like, oh, that could be a joke. So it's like I've almost trained my high mind to like have that critical door open more. So then when I'm lit, like, bro, I was
so fucking annoying.
I know.
You're like, weed makes me funny, makes me introspective, makes me smart. Love that for me.
I'm a genius, actually. Tony Stark was named after me.
I actually discovered how smart I was. I feel that though.
But like somebody did the worm. I swear to God. And like you can call me annoying, you can call me, I don't know, but I was like, there's no way this grown man just did the worm in this fucking circle. Like I was like, oh yeah, bro.
My sister went to an influencer thing once, an event, with one of our friends, and there was it's winter, mind you, so it's fucking cold outside.
In LA?
Yeah.
How cold is it? Yeah, how cold is it?
It gets kind of cold. It's more so like after the holidays, it gets like really cold, and then it stays cold for way too long because of global warming. Anyways, right. It's fucking cold outside. Everybody has jackets on. There's heat lamps everywhere. There's a pool, but it's just for decoration, right? Obviously, it's just for vibes, right? One guy got in there, like he had a bathing suit on and everything, like took his top off. He was like swimming and having someone record him.
No dick.
And it was like, it's freezing outside. Like it's so fucking cold outside. Like, put your fucking clothes
Did you know
on.
what he thought in his head? Bro, they're gonna think about that when they leave this.
They're never gonna forget me. And you know what? You're right.
I mean,
I haven't.
They're right. I guess they're right, but not in a good way. Like,
I've had that same thing happen though with it's like seeing someone that knows you but they don't want to say anything to you kind of thing. I'm like, it's never that serious to me. I'm under no impression of what it is I do for a living. I'm a fucking dickhead for a living. That's TikToks. Fine. That's what I'm saying. It's like, never that serious.
We make evolved musicallys. Like, bro, like, relax.
Like I'm a clown on the internet.
That's what
fine.
I'm saying. Like,
it's never that
serious.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do.
We're all silly. It's unbelievable that we're here. We should all kiki about that.
And that's why I've met celebrities, like rappers who are like people. Normal, you know, there was one who was a dickhead. I'm not gonna lie. There was one who I was like, all right, fuck this guy. But all the other ones I've met, like it's like, oh, like these are like cool, genuine like people who like got big off of their craft. And so like back to what you said about like there's a difference between getting famous for being pretty and getting famous for like being funny, but like also like having a craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just something. I feel like hot people getting famous is fine.
Yeah, I just think that's in your bag of tricks. Use it. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's not how I got famous personally. So maybe I just can't relate. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I think too, there's like something to be said about how like, I just think there's like an energy where when someone feels that they are so prominent in social media that everybody should know them. And I don't ever want to act that way or feel that way. Yeah. Because that makes me feel icky. And I feel like the only creators, and there haven't been many, but there have been several that were really rude to me off the top. It was literally because I didn't know who they were. And that annoyed them, and I just find that to be fucking lame. Like that's so corny. Like you said, it's fucking stupid.
Like if you know, like I don't know you, right? Yeah. But I could tell you don't like fucking. Oh, who's this? Yeah. And then dive into their discography of shitty fucking renegade videos. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I just have a feeling you go, okay, time to make a video, done, post.
Yeah, well,
Keely, I love you.
I still film in the app. Like many people don't.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, period.
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah.
Every creator I've ever met, they're like, you film in the app?
Every single one.
Every single. I have never filmed outside. The only time I have was for brand deals, and that's because I had to like
add like a fucking. I know. What you're saying.
I had to add shit to it. So that's the only time. Hey, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, bro.
Clearly, it works. You and I did it.
I've used CapCut like 4 times. My whole video.
I actually don't even have CapCut. I have a different one called Video Shop that my hair and makeup artist told me about.
Where?
Because it's free, so it's like.
Where?
I pay for the extra one, but like I literally only stitch together like brand deals in there because it's easy.
Yeah, and that's like, I feel like it's just easy to. Well, at least now, I will say now TikTok has like up their editing. Because before, like I watch
very hard. Yeah,
I watch videos like that I made like 2 years ago, and I'm like, ooh.
Me too.
There's a reason you didn't blow up 2 years ago, bro. Like, shit.
I'm like, well, that one didn't hit for good reason, probably.
Yeah.
One more story about meeting someone rude. Someone came up to me right before that story you just told.
At Coachella?
Yeah, at Coachella. Okay. Someone came up to me, very, very famous person. Like they started as an influencer, but now I think they're like a big person kind of thing. I knew who this person was. I had never met them, but they introduced themselves to everyone in the group. They didn't come up to me. They came up to Brittany, which makes sense because they know each other. So they were like talking for a little. And then Brittany was like, oh, have you met Drew? Like, you know Drew. Because she always just assumes everybody knows me because we're besties, her and I.
Now, let me ask this. Yeah. How long were they talking?
They were talking for maybe like a minute.
Okay. Like for me, if I'm talking to somebody I do know, I always like, for me, I talk to mostly guys. So it's like if they have like a girl with them or like somebody, I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure to, really my girl taught me that. Because I used to be the guy, it's like, oh, guy, let me talk to him. Boom. And my girl was like,
what sign is your girlfriend?
January. I'm bad at Aquarius.
Capricorn?
Aquarius.
Oh, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Love.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask because I taught my boyfriend that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. It used to fucking annoy me. Yeah. Like he would talk to someone for 30 minutes and not introduce me. I'd just be standing there like a dickhead. Yeah. So what am I, a third wheel? Why don't you guys go kiss each other? Because you love each other so much.
She told me about that, but she also told me to say hi to like other men's like partners. You know, like, and see, like, and it wasn't like I was a dickhead about it. I just literally
you don't realize. Yeah, you know, that's how my boyfriend is too. Yeah. He was like, I didn't even
very one track. Like, hi, how are you? Good, man. How are you? You know what I'm saying?
And it's because he's not the outgoing one, so he feels he has to focus really hard when he's talking to someone because he wants to like be an active listener and like respond and stuff. So I taught him that too. Period. Love your girlfriend. Already.
Yeah, for sure. So it's like that. Yeah, that's how I talk to groups. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Like, so that person was only talking to Brittany, and then Brittany introduced them to all of us, and we were all like, "Oh, like she's like, you know Drew, right? You know Drew." And then this person goes, "I mean, if we have met and I don't remember you, I'm so sorry. We haven't met." Like, no, the fuck, we haven't met. Like, goodbye. That's why when they said that to me, I was like, "We haven't met, so it's all right." And then it felt awkward and weird, and I was like. And we were just staring at each other. And I was like, it's nice to meet you, though.
See, like, now, I will say this. I have ran into people that I did meet that I didn't remember because we're at this fucking dark fucking influencer thing. And we do, like,
no
you know
light.
Like, yeah. So they're like, oh, yeah,
no
we
AC.
met. I'm very like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see you now.
Yeah.
Like, and I try to, like, make a mental note. But, like, I would never go, like.
Well, they introduced themselves to everyone but me. Yeah. That's the part that I was like.
Yeah. Yeah,
because they were like, you know Drew, right? Like, I'm sure you've seen her online. Yeah. Like, that's how she said it. It wasn't like, you guys have met.
Yeah.
And then that person was like, well, if we have met, so sorry. I don't remember anybody. I'm like, we have.
I don't know how you see.
Why'd you only say that to me? Like.
I don't know how you see Brittany Broski on your For You page and not you. Because, like, y'all are fucking. How many videos y'all have done together?
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it's all right.
Yeah.
I said, hey, don't worry. We haven't met. So you're good.
Yeah.
And they didn't find that very funny. I hate when I make a joke like to cut the tension and it doesn't make it better.
Yeah. Oh, like it doesn't land to them.
It makes it worse. Yeah, like to them. Well, you witnessed one.
Yeah. Bro.
Live.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why if people don't have that like part of their brain that gets like there's tension, let me clear it up with a joke. Yeah. And they don't like follow that, I'm like, I don't need to hang around you. Person. I don't need to be around you.
Kind of a drag.
Because like is this thing on? Most of my like I'm a very like banter type of person.
Same,
you know
I feel that.
Like, yeah, I feel like we're riffing off each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine if like you don't know how to riff. I don't know how to talk to you. We can't communicate. Like, you know
how are we supposed to even have a conversation?
You're going crazy with the
oh shit. Girl.
For sure.
The fucking spider webs are tearing me down. Oh wait, let me get into some of these videos. So our topic is we're talking about finding success in short form comedy because we are experts at short form comedy. Yes. We love a good joke, but Tony wants to be a writer.
I do.
You would love to be a comedy writer. Do you want to write like shows? Do you want to write movies?
So.
Or do stand up?
I think I need to live a little more to do some stand up. I feel like people don't realize like stand up. There's really two types. It's like the personal, and it's the crowd work. Mm-hmm. I respect both. I think that crowd work is a little easier. Yeah. And I don't want to be a crowd work comedian.
Not a strictly crowd work.
Yeah, because there are, and it's just like, okay, well, tell us about like what you think, you know. Yeah. And I think that's a big part of stand up. Yeah. And so like for me. I think that I could have like a really good like 20-minute set, maybe
I
even
think
30.
so.
But like I don't think that I could like really do like a really good special and do like 3 more. I just feel like you just gotta live and really like I'm in this point, like I'm 23.
Yeah.
And so like I'm
You're so young.
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So are you. What are you talking about?
Period.
I'm
I'm old grandma on TikTok years, but yeah.
But like I'm 23 and I'm like I'm understanding now. Like the old brain is getting that frontal lobe. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about smoking.
Yeah, and so I'm like
You unlocked it.
so I'm like, okay, I now know that I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying?
feel
Like
you.
that's where I'm at right now. So I
Yeah.
feel like I just want to get better at my craft and experience more, and then really kind of like accumulate those into something I can make that's funny. So writing,
that's your
where,
like I think that's what your early 20s are for.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so experience.
sure.
But I think I disagree with you
Really?
in the sense that you don't think you have enough.
Yeah,
I think you do. You have so many you have so many original jokes that is essentially stand up. And honestly, who taught me that is my friend Caleb Heron, who is a stand up comedian for a living. And he was saying like that's the beauty of short form comedy like mine or like yours. It's like comedy is really just like your take on the world and like through a humorous
observationalist.
Yeah,
almost.
it's very observational. So like when you have original thought and people respond really well to it, that is essentially stand up. That's what you're doing. So I think you more than enough.
Yeah,
and if you think about it and you start touring, you'll get more experience. You'll get more jokes. You'll get more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I also feel like with stand up, right? There's stand up comics are very traditional.
Yeah.
You have to fucking earn your stripes and which is great. Like I also like that, but it's like I'm scared. I will miss a step because I have followers, and like and not in like a I'll never be respected, but just like I'm scared I almost won't bomb like a person who doesn't have a following will bomb.
I
like,
see what you're saying.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Kind of like you get your reps in kind of thing. You'll never know truly if a joke doesn't hit because if
I follow you, I'll just laugh.
If your fans are there, they'll laugh. I see. That's real. I think that's honest.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
So like I'm just in this weird and you're your own worst critic always.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're like, oh, I think you could. It's like, well, I guess I hate myself. I don't know.
What do you want me to say?
But so I think I definitely want to write, but with the writer's strike going on and stuff like that, that's just the shop is closed. Out here. But I would love to write for like Family Guy or like a Rick and Morty or something like that. Just for like an episode or two.
I think that'd be
like
cool.
Yeah. But I want my own like Family Guy.
Yeah.
At
Like your own
first-
kind of like it's almost like adult cartoon.
Yeah. At
That's
first
cool.
I wanted like my own like Key and Peele.
Love.
But I realized like a lot of my jokes like I just did this joke about like Harry Potter paintings. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw it.
But like I read Harry Potter, so like I know a little bit more about like what the paintings did when Voldemort like attacked the school. And so I was watching Harry Potter with my girl and like we was lit, So I was like, joke mind, and like the paintings did something, and I was like, oh, that's not how it happened in the book. Yeah. I didn't say that because I'm not a loser.
I didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, I thought it. I was like, oh, you need to read the books. But like immediately, like my brain was like, well, what did they do when he was attacking?
Yeah.
And so I was like, like I think a lot of my jokes are kind of like the Family Guy cutaway.
I feel you.
And I feel like those are just more possible with animation.
I feel you.
Yeah.
As opposed to like sketch comedy, which is a little different.
Yeah. Plus, like my homeboy can be a voice actor there, and now I'm keeping money like in my circle.
I feel you.
And that's kind of like that's my biggest goal is like I'm good, and like the people in my life are good.
When you eat, the whole team eats.
Yeah, because it's like have you had like the thought like you have money now, and it's like you see like your closest people like on the come up or doing their thing, and it's almost like damn, like I could see like struggle in life kind of going through you, and I'm this fucking he $10,000.
Yeah,
it's like a weird like.
It's very different. I think, especially when you come from nothing. Like when you, I was like so aggressively normal before this happened to me. So like seeing it now and like being in a position now where I can like retire my parents and like do really wonderful things like for the people I love most and like kind of employ them in a way that they can work with me and for me and they can stay home or work if they want to or they don't have to work at all. Like it's truly like the best part, like one of the best parts of having a platform, but it does give you a lot of perspective too, because you're like, especially when you have parents who worked really hard, you're like, well, damn, like that's fucking crazy that like now I can be in a position to take care of you like in some way. Yeah. It's a lot sooner than I thought I would be able to, so that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like I've had like friends like one of my homies got like a ticket. It was like $125, and I was like, bro, like that's like it's crazy that we're so close, and because they're trying to be content creators too, and they're gonna make it, and I love them so much. But it's like you get to this point where you make money and you really see the world and like how much it weighs on them.
Yeah,
like it's like when it doesn't weigh on you anymore.
Yeah,
like it's like a foreign feeling, because like, you know, my mom, I was raised by a single mom, so it's like, and we were homeless, so it's like I definitely felt like all of the feelings of like no money, and then now having it, I'm like, yo, like especially as Americans, a lot of our conversations, a lot of our jokes, a lot of our banter, a lot of our dinner talk is like money, is bills, and what are you doing tomorrow? Working, you know, that's what I'm doing. So it's like, damn, like people really are like struggling out here, and it's almost, it just sucks, bro.
I feel like even too with that, it like gives you somewhat of a, well, that's the part that confuses me about like awful billionaires, like people like Elon Musk. Like I don't understand how you have that much money and you see all the suffering in the world and you don't do anything about it. Like you don't do anything to help anyone but yourself. I can't relate to that literally at all. Like as soon as I got a little bit of money, I was like, let's go, guys, let's do something.
You don't gotta worry about dinner.
Yeah, I was like, who needs something? Who needs something?
Wingstop on me. You know?
Yeah, literally.
And like, but I'm getting that now.
Yeah.
I'll buy stuff for myself, and then like I'll pass somebody who's like homeless, and I'm like, damn, like it's so like capitalism. We could talk about that all damn day, but like
awful. But I think the beautiful part about that is that you're someone who's still very aware of stuff like that, and it hasn't like made you tune it out or like be ignorant to it at all. Because I feel like what you said, like almost aggressively more aware of everything terrible that happens and every like things, people that struggle or things that happen. And that's why sometimes when men are like, you just do this fucking bullshit ass like make fun of men and you don't even give a fuck about the world. But you have no idea how much money I've donated.
Exactly.
You have no idea how much money I've donated.
And you're not gonna tell nobody because that's weird.
That's why I said, you know why? Because I don't talk about it. Yeah. Because that defeats the fucking purpose of giving back.
You know
like,
what I'm gonna
talking about it too much.
Do you know when Oprah and The Rock donated? It was with Drew's money.
My money. Yeah, fucking right, dog.
We're donating it to one special person. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. What are you talking about?
That's what I was like, girl, what the fuck?
We're calling everyone to action to donate. Ooh, I get to watch that secret video that you never play on your shit. I always feel so left out.
I'll read it to you, but I'll send you the video after.
Bet.
Okay, so this first video that we're going to talk about, in this video, guy is duetting a video of a woman's TikTok where she's doing a comedy bit about forks.
Okay.
And he has the filter that gives you points when you smile, and the caption says, watching women try to be funny until I get over 20.
Corny.
Doesn't smile at all watching the woman's video. Obviously, it stays at 0. And then the whole point is that no woman can make him laugh.
Corny. Because I bet if he tried to make a skit, nobody would laugh either.
Well, his joke would probably be racist, and then the wrong people would laugh. Yeah. That's why I'm like, any sort of like humor that's for men like that who say like, this bitch isn't even fucking funny. Their jokes are like, it's like a fat joke.
That and
or a racist joke.
I'm a connoisseur of comedy. I love comedy.
Yeah.
So like I go and like I'll go to stand-up shows. Yeah. Like I said, I went to Laugh Factory 2 days ago. Mixed people like performing, men and women. Her name was Whitney Cummings. I don't know if you know.
I know
she tore the fucking roof off the place.
She's funny.
Was so unbelievably funny. My fucking jaw hurt by the end. I'm talking about from the time she got on to the time she left. There was no fucking dead spots. There was no, that joke kind of hit. You know?
Yeah.
Because every comedian has that. Like, not my joke, whatever.
Yeah.
But like every joke hit. And so I know when people say, or like when people do like dumb shit like that, I'm like, bro, you don't even, you have no, like, you don't even know what's funny. You don't even know what's funny. You know what
I know what they find funny, but it's always offensive.
Yeah.
So it's not really that funny, is it? And like the comics that they like are like old school white dudes who like obviously make a lot of like bigoted jokes, but then they also say things like fucking wives, am I right?
Yeah.
I hate my fat bitch wife.
Dishes.
Aren't you so glad they have Target? It's like that type of shit, and that's not funny at all. But you don't see me making duetted TikToks like that. And I also
they got time. They got enough time to. Their schedules are empty.
It's real unemployed behavior. So the comments on this one says these comments, and there's like a bunch of crying emojis. I don't care what y'all say. Women are not funny. 1 in 10 are, and even then, they aren't original at all.
You know what's funny about that? Is whoever that dude is might find me funny. I was raised by a single mom.
So
where did I get my comedy from? Not her.
Fucking so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, Tony, I love that guy.
That's no shit. That's why I'm like, it's crazy. What's gonna make me laugh the most about this episode is that some of the men who love you fucking hate me.
Yeah.
Which is
I can't wait for them to see this.
Which is a weird crossover because a lot of the people who love you also love me. Yeah. So it's like very polarizing in that way.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, that type of shit is funny because like the funniest dude you know finds me funny, and like, what do you call that?
Because we understand comedy.
A funny bitch. That's what you call it. Like that's literally someone who's funny. Like, and I've even talked about stand up because my friends who are in stand up want me to try it, and I'm very nervous to try stand up because I love stand up. I think it's such an art form. I've loved stand up for years.
I think you could do it.
I worry because also I've told my friends who are comedians, I'm like, I'm also no proud bitch. Like, I know that sometimes internet people are so funny online, it does not translate, and I'm okay admitting it. Like, if that's the case, I just don't want to find out. I don't want to find out the hard way.
Because you're a very self-aware person, from what I can tell. So you're like you tell a joke and like you hear the like in the crowd. Okay. Well.
Then I switch gears entirely. I'm like, so you hate women? Yeah. That's why none of you are laughing. Exactly. Fucking
and
racist.
I think that as a comedian, like serious moments or like real moments are hard because like a lot of our jokes is like making a real moment funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if a joke doesn't hit, it's like that's a real moment. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
That's true.
You know?
And that's even one of those things where like I went on tour with my sister earlier this year. Like we did like live shows for our podcast, which is essentially live comedy. It was fucking blast. It was so fun. It was so much fun. But that's the only thing I've done in all the crazy ass shit I've done that I was like genuinely very nervous.
Really?
Because it's different when you make them laugh online, like when you make them giggle. But like for them to be there watching you expecting to laugh is like very nerve wracking to me. But it went really fucking well. Like it was so good. And
do you know who couldn't do that? These guys. Do you know who couldn't get? Do you know who couldn't get people to pull it for free? These guys.
They fucking call me Shrek or Fiona, and then they're like, I think I'm gonna quit my job and start stand up. Yeah. Thoughts, guys?
Ooh.
Don't respond to this text if you think I should start doing stand up for a living.
Bro.
This next comment says, all the blue-haired girls heated as fuck. Well, see, that's my point. Is like you find that funny, and that's like
that's
the point.
That's like
blue hair.
So bottom of the barrel, like attempt.
Yeah, it's very like. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said like fat jokes, like.
And if a blue haired girl texted them, they'd answer. They'd pick up.
That's why it's coming from its projection is what it is. This last one says, "Why is the entire female gender crying in the comment section?" Oh, wordplay. Love that for us. Bro. Entire female gender, huh?
Like this is what be making me mad because it's like I belong to that group. Like unfortunately, like I'm with those guys because I'm a guy, and it's like, bro, we're not the same, bro. Like what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what gets me annoyed because those are the guys that I have to defend myself against when I meet people. Like when I meet women, hi, my name's Tony, and I have a girlfriend and I'm good to her, and we've been dating for 6 years.
Long-term partner.
That's how I got to start conversations so people know I'm not with those fucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand that, bro. Shut up. Stop talking. You don't have a right to speak no more. Your rights are gone.
I know sometimes when I very rarely have men come up to me and be like, oh, I love your videos. But the few times the many men that do come up to me are like, I'm gay, by the way. That's the first thing they tell me. I'm gay, by the way. So
I'm not with that.
Yeah, I'm not one of the, I'm also gay. And I was like, oh, period. Love that. I love that for you. And then the few times I have straight men come up to me, most of the time it's like, my girlfriend's a really big fan. Like, would you be willing to take a picture? Which I find sweet.
She's not here though, so can we take the picture? Just me and you.
And he's like, she's actually on FaceTime, and it's a camera, and it's just me.
Bro, just say that you like my videos, bro.
That's why he's like, she's not here, but like, I'll take a picture.
Doesn't even have a girlfriend.
Do you have those people come up to you and they don't know who you are, but they want to take a picture?
Yeah,
I've had that.
But I've taken pictures with people who know who I am, like in like a group setting, and somebody's like, I don't even know who you are, man.
Oh, word.
Thanks, man.
I had a girl once come up to me, and she was like, first of all, it's always like, you're that girl, like on TikTok. That's like when people don't know my name.
Right.
And so this girl came out, she's like, I know you're from TikTok. You're so funny. I was like, oh, thanks. And she's like, can I get a picture? I was like, sure. She takes a picture with me. She's in like a group, and she walks away. She's not even 2 feet from me. And then one of her friends goes, who is that? And then she goes, I don't fucking know her name. Love that.
Bro.
I love that. Don't tag me in that picture. I'm not reposting it. Don't tag me in that shit. I don't want to see it.
You ever had, damn, ADHD, lost my train of thought. Continue.
It's like fans coming up to you being weird.
Oh, yeah. So, continue. It's gone. It's gone. It's out of here. It's out of here.
What's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had?
The weirdest
like strange, like it's just so you're like, okay, well,
let me see. I feel like I haven't had something as weird as you. I feel like women go through just weird shit regardless as women. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry. I gotta apologize because they won't. But I've had like, I think that one of the scariest was I had like somebody like know where I was.
Ooh.
Yeah, like they were like they were dropping information. Like on my live.
Really?
And I was like, how'd you know that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like I realized like even though like I'm an influencer, like just like information is legal. Like you can just look that shit up.
Yeah.
So I've gotten like my shit off the net now. Like you could like there's like not websites, but
like
there's like programs that you can like do to take your shit off.
We probably have the same one.
Yeah. Yeah. So like it was shit like and I was like, oh, like I'm talking about like people that like that aren't even like my family, but like are closely related to me. Like I know where they are, and I was like,
that's weird
and like
spooky.
But like they'll be like, but I'm not gonna do anything with it. I was just letting you know, and it's like, okay, well, say that.
But why?
Yeah,
though?
but like why would
why
you
do you have to tell me?
Yeah, like you could be like, yo, just want to let you know I work in security. This could be security risk. Letting you know. These motherfuckers go address. And that's the first thing they open up with.
You're like, okay, well.
I'm halfway on a call with the FBI. And they're like, bro, but don't worry about it, bro. Like, I'm just calling help. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Gee, thanks.
But what about you?
One of the strangest ones I had was like, where I get my eyebrows done. It's like a kiosk in the middle of a mall. Which is the most humbling experience. Yeah. Like you're sitting in public and they stick things to your forehead.
Oh, they're not doing the what is it? Why?
Threading.
No, threading?
Threading.
Yeah.
No,
that
not
shit
that.
Hurts. Hurts.
So bad.
Yeah.
Violent. That is violent. No, it's lamination, which is just like they put that sticky wrap to your fucking forehead and they're like asking me about my weekend. So like me and my eyebrow girl were like chilling, we're talking, she's doing my eyebrows. And the whole process is probably like 45 minutes. So we're just kind of chilling. Towards the end, I have the shit on my head, like the fucking saran wrap. This girl comes up to me and she's like, hey, like, I recognize you from the internet. Like, I really love your videos. I'm like,
oh, like a random girl in your.
Yeah. And my like shit is, I have everything.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. I'm like,
hello.
I wish I was meeting you in a less vulnerable position, but
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Are you looking up at her? Like,
yeah,
are you like
I'm
laying
sitting,
down?
Yeah, I'm like sitting, I'm like reclined. And then I'm like,
mimosa in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Mind you, my eyebrow girl had no idea who the fuck I was. Like, she did not know or care, which I love. I'm cool with that.
You came back the next appointment. She was $300 more expensive.
Charges me rack. No, she was like, "Oh, I'm such a big fan. I love your stuff." I'm like, "Thank you." And then she goes, "Yeah, I saw you come in." And I was like, "Oh, okay," because she looked like she had just gotten off work. I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm assuming she's working in the mall somewhere. She goes, "Yeah, I work security, and then I saw you on the cameras." And then I was just watching it on the camera, and then I was like, well, I hope she's there when I get off so I can go and like talk to her because, you know, I could see you on the cameras. And I was like, okay.
That's weird. Yeah.
Okay. Well, not really sure what I'm supposed to say back to that. But when she said that, I go, oh, okay. Like me, like be like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I feel like I give people a lot of like, I don't know the word, maybe slack, because it is kind of awkward, like, especially if somebody really messes with your videos. Yeah, and like a lot of people are like, and like they have anxiety or like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what really helps me. Like, okay, that was a little weird, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, same.
Because you probably are nervous, and it's like,
and that's totally fine.
You know,
and I'm used to people being a little nervy, especially me, like because I'm so like mean on the internet.
Yeah, you are.
People are mean. They're like nervous to come to me, which is totally fine. I think it's just sharing information with me that I don't think you should tell anyone at all, but most especially me.
Yeah.
One girl told me that she found out she's like, oh, I found out you went to where I work. I'm like, oh, where do you work? Right. And she's like, oh, I work at a sunglass hut. I'm like, oh, okay. I can't even remember the last time I went to a sunglass hut. And then she goes,
4 years ago.
She was like, yeah, no, it was like a couple months ago. And my coworkers told me that they saw you and your boyfriend go in there. And then I went back and looked at the security cameras, and like they were right. That was literally you.
So you could just have that in your mind.
Yeah, see, that's something you don't need to tell me. I appreciate it, but you don't need to tell me that part. You could just tell me like, my coworkers told me, and then stop right there. Mm-hmm. So those are the only times where I'm kind of like, okay.
I remember what I was going to say that I lost.
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah,
let's hear
so
it.
have you ever had somebody go, yo, I love your videos, and then tell you about a video that you did not make? Yo, I love your videos, bro. I love that you made that joke about those beach balls. That wasn't me, man. I don't know if you're like.
Actually, when I was in Hawaii, one girl came up to me, and she was, I'm not kidding, she was so fucking fired up. Like she was like, oh my God, like I'm such a big fan. Like she brought her twin sister with her.
Word.
And she's like, oh my gosh, I love your videos. I show them to my sister all the time. Like I'm like, thank you. She goes, you're Coco, right? And I go, me? Like, is my name
There's no
Coco?
Pebbles over here.
Yeah, I go, no. I go, oh no. And then I'm like, she is not talking about me. And she's talking to me for like 30 seconds. And then I was like, and she goes, no, that's you. That's literally you. And I go, girl, my name is, if you're asking me, my name is
Pull up your Instagram
Coco.
I'm not Coco, bro. Like,
if you're asking me if that's my name, the answer is no. And I was like laughing because she was so like, she thought I was like, no, that's not me. Like I didn't want to be recognized. I'm like, no, bitch, you have the wrong girl.
Not
like,
me. Who is Coco? Now I want to see what she looks like.
I don't know who the fuck.
And she'll show you Coco, and you and Coco look nothing alike. That's what I hate. Bro, do you know who you look like? And they'll show me a man that we couldn't look the same if the room was pitch black dark. Like, who is this guy? Right
I've
here
gotten that many times too. I also, one year at Coachella, I went to Neon Carnival, which is like another thing that they throw. Yeah. And I was wearing a wig. I was wearing a pink wig, and this girl came up to me. And she thought I was Shy Girl.
Oh yeah, no Shy Girl. Oh, you don't either.
I had no idea who that was.
We're in the same boat.
She was like, I love your music. And I was like, my music? Like, she goes, yeah, I'm such a big fan. I go, oh girl, I don't make music. I love you though. I don't make music. And she goes, no, it's the same shit. No, like that's literally you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're saying that to help you, girl, but that's not me.
Yeah.
Love you though.
I've had awkward moments with people that like the best. I just gotta explain. There was this one time I was at the mall, and it shouts out the Cinnabon place. Got to, right? So I'm
love Cinnabon.
I can't wait. I'm like, all right, I'm finna get one, split it with my girl. We're good. I'm older now. It's too rich to eat just one. You know what I'm saying? So this girl is like checking this out. She goes, look, I've seen you before. Mm-hmm. Like you were here earlier. I was like, oh, like no, I wasn't. She's like, no, I checked you out. I was like, oh no, you didn't. And then I go, maybe you've seen like my videos. She goes, oh, do you make videos? She was like, and so she was like, what's your page? I was like, Tony Statovci. She goes, what does it look like? And I'm like, all right, fuck it. Well, here. And she goes, oh, I've never seen that before. Like,
the way she made you jump through hoops just to tell you, I don't know who
like,
the fuck
I don't even
is.
like, oh, I make videos. I don't even like doing that, you know?
The one time you went on a limb.
Yeah, like the one time I'm like, maybe she maybe I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, no, I've seen you. She's like, she was so adamant. She's like, I have seen you here before. Oh, I've never seen a single one of your videos. Okay, can I have my Cinnabon and leave, please?
She's like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah. Oh.
Talking about you.
What the fuck is this guy? Must be fucking Coco Shot Girl over here. I don't know who the fuck this is.
She made you go through all that, all those
like,
hoops.
And I'm with my girl, so like I hear like, you're gonna say this in front of my girl? Like,
at least pretend.
You're gonna ruin this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what's your name again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna report you.
I made a video with Shaq. Like, you don't know what I do. Like,
you don't get it. You know what? I'm taking it.
And like, I have a system when I get sit up on. It's always the last thing I do in the mall. So like, whole mall trip has been ruined now.
Oh,
like,
damn. Long walk to the car.
Yeah.
Silent.
Yeah. Where's the door at? This mall's confusing as shit.
You forget that you parked on the other side, so you have to walk past it again. This isn't over, by the way.
You see a mean ass comment on Yelp from Boney Statovci.
You're like, okay, well, now you just ruined my mall trip.
Yeah.
We have two more quick stories.
Okay.
One of them, do you know Teffy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I love Teffy.
Love her.
She was like one of the first big creators that like followed me.
Love.
Yeah. Like
oh
I was
my
at
gosh,
like,
same. That's so funny.
Yeah, I was at like
Same.
100,000 followers on TikTok, like, not on Instagram.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh my God.
I love her to death. Teffy posted she like tweeted about it. She talked to me about it too. But she told me that she was at Disneyland and someone was like, oh my God, Teffy, I love your videos. Like she just wanted to like kiki with her. And then she was like, oh, thank you so much. And you know, Teffy, like she's so sweet and like warm and loving. She's like, do you want to take a picture? She said the girl was like, no.
Bro. Oh my gosh. I've had that happen to me before.
She was so like, no. And then Teffy,
oh,
okay, no,
I'm
for
gonna go
sure,
throw up in the bathroom.
For sure. For sure.
Bro,
For sure.
because like you ask because you like we don't ask because we're dickheads. We ask because maybe you're nervous and like
that's
you
happened
think,
before.
Yeah, like like you think that I'm at Disney World, I'm too busy. Like no, we can take a photo.
Yeah.
And so we ask like, oh, do you want to do that? Oh, nah.
That's happened to me a couple times.
Like please don't.
In front of you, actually.
Yeah, like
I'll do it in front of you, actually.
like, yeah, like
that's so humbling. It's like
yeah.
It's even
You don't post that day. Not even a story.
No.
Not even an Instagram story that day.
Yeah, I had one girl come up to me at Disneyland. She was like, I don't watch TikTok at all. I don't know anything about you. Don't know anything about your videos. Like, genuinely, I hate social media. But my friend loves you. Like, could I get a picture with you? Sure. My biggest fan in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, sure. Took a picture of her. She tagged me. She was like, oh, I love this girl. I'm like, bitch, you told me for 2 minutes how much you didn't
She
like
tagged
me.
you on what? Social media. I thought you didn't do it.
That's why I was like, girl, what the fuck? Anyways, shit is humbling.
Yeah.
I think stuff like that is important for us to keep us grounded.
Yeah, it keeps us like where
God
we need to be.
never lets me get too famous.
Yeah, just one hit to the gut. Yeah. One
right to my liver.
Yeah.
And then I'm good. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I could get away with that.
It's one of those moments where like when you start to remember it, you start playing shit in your head so you forget it. No. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally me. Me when I walk any carpet and like if I'm at any place and I think, oh, I need a picture. And then they go like this, they go, Oh. Got it.
That's great. See, I was gonna make a joke and be like, "Big time over here is at a carpet."
No, nothing humbles you quite like that. Like,
right. Excuse me, Celine Dion's behind you. All right.
My very first carpet, Jason Momoa walked behind me. I've never seen people be like, "Move, bitch!"
Yeah.
So severely.
We're cousins. What are you talking about?
It's like that's my brother.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh wait. You know.
That's my twin. That's my twin.
Yeah,
Hey, twin.
Yeah.
If I ever have Jason Momoa on the show, I'm gonna tell him. People tell me that we look alike a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the bod. Maybe it's just the build. That's probably what it is.
Bro, I get the Jason Momoa, Russ. It's like, you know.
Do you ever think if I met them in person and I told them that, it pissed them off?
Well, yeah.
And that makes me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like, I will say this: like, the more you develop a name for yourself, the less the comparisons go.
Yeah.
So it's like when I was coming up, bro, like Russ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're literally Russ.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Who like we have Russ at home? Like, Dollar Tree, like Dollar Tree Russ. Like I was like, all right, hey guys, you know.
Hey. Hey, stop.
You know. And so like it got to a point where like I fell into the trap and I made a Russ joke and he duetted it, made it worse. I shouldn't have. I just should not have
Instant
done.
regret,
You know,
actually.
I follow Russ though, like, you know what I'm saying? I like his music. I like some Russ songs. You know? But like, yeah, bro, like the comparisons, and I get it. Like people are like, oh, you remind me of this. I've never seen you before, but I have seen this. But it's like,
Okay.
you get enough, you know?
Yeah. Mine were always mean.
Yeah.
Because they're
Sorry.
obviously from terrible men.
Yeah.
The only celebrity I've ever been compared to that wasn't mean or wasn't intended to be mean, I mean, it was probably mean to her, was Lotto. Because
Like
I think in full
the rapper?
glam, yeah.
Okay.
I think in full glam, we look somewhat alike because our face shapes are similar.
Shout out Lotto.
Yeah, but I know that would hurt her feelings, which I'm cognizant of. I get it. I understand. I understand.
like if somebody told Russ they look like me, no, we don't.
That's why I was like, see, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, you guys piss me off for real.
These comparisons have to stop. I'm saying the same thing because I want to be Tony. You're saying that because you don't want to be me. Like, bro. Oh, sorry.
See, two different things.
Yeah,
two different
for
things.
sure,
That
for
makes me
sure.
laugh. That's hilarious. Well, thank you so much, Tony, for coming on the show.
Word. Bro, I feel like we should just keep going.
I know.
Just talk it
Literally.
up.
We could.
No, we can't. You're
We
too
literally-
busy. Red carpet, agent, JetBlue, Mint, Peely. You're good.
I am a busy girl.
For sure.
As are
For
you.
sure. Yes.
But I am such a big fan of you and your content. I'm happy to see where you go. Everybody here loves you. Where can everybody find you?
Tony Statovci, STATOVCI. I know y'all are gonna add the extra I, VICI. It's not. It doesn't exist there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Knock it off.
Yeah.
So they can find you that on everything, correct?
Everything.
Anything else you want to promote?
Bro, I'm so tapped in on LinkedIn that no, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Thank
I'm
you so
joking.
much for
Thank
coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
I love you. You're amazing.
sure.
And thank you all for joining us on this very special episode of the Comment Section Show. Happy Halloween, by the way.
Happy Halloween. It's definitely Halloween right now.
It's definitely Halloween. It is not a month before Halloween.
It is not
Halloween.
September 9th right now.
It is not. Thank you so much for
sure.
watching this episode of the Comment Section Show. For those of you that don't know or don't remember, new episodes drop every Wednesday. The video is free on Spotify, but you can stream the audio anywhere you get your podcast. Make sure y'all follow Tony on literally everything. Support him. He's hilarious. And any endeavors he pursues in the future. Thank you all for joining us, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Comment Section Show, starring me, your fave. Everybody knows me. Nobody ever gives a fuck about me anymore. We already talked about that. On to the guest, everyone's favorite part of every episode. I know. Today we have the legendary, the iconic, the amazing, the wonderful Bianca Del Rio.
Those are some serious words to describe me. And I often say, when you say icon and legendary, that just means old, right? Isn't that the case?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the kids use use icon a little too much now. They just throw it away. They're like, oh, she's iconic. She's 12. She's fucking 12. It's like, save that for a Tina Turner. Save that for a Beyonce.
Period.
Don't waste it on some second-rate drag queen.
Okay, I take it back.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Please, thank you for having me.
I'm honored to have you.
Oh, but you got to get out more if you're
You're a
honored by
ledge.
me. Really.
You're a ledge, babe.
Really. Yeah, I'm a ledge. Many people have jumped off of me. I guarantee it. Many men have jumped off of me.
And gotten off on you.
Oh, that too.
know
There
what?
is people with a clown fetish, I must tell you.
I guarantee it.
It's freaky, though, because it's usually no one you ever like. You know what I mean? It's always like somebody's
know.
dad or uncle out of prison where they're not too picky.
Yeah. Oh, always like they look like they snuck on Earth.
That is a perfect
They're not supposed to be
description.
here.
Yes.
It's like just once. Could it be someone, I don't know, good looking?
That's never the case, though.
That's never the
Or
case.
if they are good looking, they end up being like a killer or don't pay their taxes or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want any of that. So I'm
Or-
happy with what I got.
Period.
Serious.
I'm so honored to have you. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. You have impeccable taste.
Thank you so much. You know what's so funny is my show, I joke about it all the time, but I'm like, my show is all my favorite drag queens and gay people.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Yeah, but you know, it's also, it says something about you if the drag queens like you. You know
That's
what I mean?
I take it as a huge compliment.
It should be. Yeah, we're a very limited group, you know?
Yeah, and we're all fucking bitches.
Well, cunts is a better word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cunt.
cunts. Yeah, I mean, because bitches here. I mean, anybody could be a bitch, but you need to be
True.
smart to be a cunt.
Yeah. I'm like fucking mean. That's why they love me.
You need, you know what? Is it mean or is it honesty?
Both.
Wait, I'm mentioning honesty as I sit here in a wig. Yeah. Just be yourself.
Yeah, honestly, when I take this headband off, the whole thing comes off.
You see? That's good, though.
Yeah.
That's great for TSA.
I'm just like you. I put my wig on one bald head at a time. Just
As
like
you should.
Yeah.
I think wigs are important. I think it takes a certain type of person to wear a wig, and it takes a certain type of person to admit that they wear a wig.
Period.
You know, when you're trying to lie to the world like you're not wearing a wig, like some of these men with these hair, what do they call them now? They're not hair transplants, but it's like a little wiglet / toupee.
A unit.
That unit, thank you. And they glue it to the bald head, and then it looks good for about a hot minute, and then the hair underneath grows on. All I'm thinking about, call me crazy, is the smell. What is festering? It's like a crock pot. It's just dirt, nastiness, and this is
Simmering.
like straight man funk underneath a wiglet unit.
And can you wash the wiglet?
Well, you can wash that above, but it's what's
Yeah, I
underneath.
know.
I mean, I know what my balls smell like in pantyhose for a couple of hours. Yeah, that's a visual. fucking.
You know what's crazy is like men. Well, first off, Katya told me that the term is like
Okay,
he
first
went
off,
to Turkey.
wait. You said Katya.
Katya.
That alone takes a minute. Let's take a minute. She actually formed a sentence. Mm-hmm. Okay, and
Yeah.
she told you what?
She told me that when men go get hair transplants, they say, "Oh, he went to Turkey."
Yes. Yeah, and it's also a cheap place to get veneers. Everybody in the UK, which
Nose job.
kudos to the people in the UK who are fixing their teeth. Proud of you people. It's important. As a friend of mine once said that some of them smile and it looks like a graveyard, just tombstones spaced out. So I'm all for it. But they go to Turkey to get the teeth and get the wigs. And I'm like, good for you.
Yeah, save a couple dollars.
It's true. I mean, because also, getting into that done in America is pretty expensive.
Oh my God, I know. And also, I feel like they've just mastered it.
Oh,
They could do a great job. That'll last forever.
And you're like in a resort for like a week while your head and your teeth heal, and then they send you back home. It's a good thing.
Right. So when like men, like straight men especially, when they go and like get hair transplants or get any sort of work done, or they inject steroids or whatever, I'm always like, and if y'all hate trans people and gay people famously.
Isn't it funny? Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I'm like, and then when we call it gender affirming care for you as well, all of a sudden.
It all changes. Yeah, it's a big. Yeah, it's a big deal. Well, it's what is it? Mary Lou Retton, who's now complaining about her illness and her madness because now she can't get insurance because of her pre-existing conditions, but yet she was against Obamacare.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, look here, bitch. Look here. Now, you were cute on the Wheaties box a couple of years ago, but 20, 30 years ago? Yeah, I think. That it's just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Karma's a bitch.
It is a bitch.
She always comes back.
And so are we. It's true. She's Republican. It's a whole other story.
So fuck her.
She's one of those. Well, I mean, I know
those.
many friends that are Republican. I have friends that are Republican, and I go, okay, if that's how you choose to vote, that's one thing. But then there's like people like her that are problematic.
Yeah,
that
it's
a little
no longer
different.
about politics.
No, it's just you're an asshole. Do you hear that, Mary Lou? Asshole. Take that. Do a somersault.
I'm like, speaking of Mary Lou, just kidding. I'm like, we
speaking.
actually have her.
Hi, Mary.
So, anyways, Bianca, you're a fucking like icon. Everybody has quoted you. First of all, I do have a pressing question.
Oh God.
I know that your "Not Today, Satan" quote was like one of the most quoted off your season.
Yeah.
And I'm so curious, like, do you ever get tired of hearing people regurgitate your quotes back to you?
Well, you know what's funny is that when you're filming the show, you're in a bubble and you have you talk
no
so
clue.
much shit.
Yeah.
And you're trapped in a world and you have no idea. And truly, I haven't seen the show since it aired, which was now 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I saw it in a bar with a bunch of other people and saw the episodes. I haven't relived it yet again, but it's so funny what people pick and say, hey, that's the thing. So everybody in my face says it. Also, I said baloney at one point, so people bring me baloney. So what I've learned is whatever happened at that point in time on television is going to haunt you for the rest of your fucking life, which is why I refuse to go back, you know, because they're like, we're going to do this winter season. I'm like, I'm good. I came out unscathed. You don't rob the same bank twice.
No, girl.
So I never went back.
You take your chips and get out of the casino while you can.
And people are like, well, you're insane. You should go back. I go, would you go back to high school? Would you?
Girl.
Exactly. You barely got through it the first time.
I feel like Drag Race is like American Ninja Warrior, but if you had to sew too.
Completely.
Sew and perform at the end.
Very much.
Yeah,
very
and put a
much.
wig on.
It's a lot, but yet you still get motherfuckers that go in there that go, what? I got to do what? Like, it's been on, what, 17, 18, I don't know how many seasons now. It's been quite a few.
Long time.
Long time.
Have you seen a huge, like, kind of shift in drag culture with, like, obviously, drag has always been really, really popular in, like, the LGBTQIA plus community.
Correct.
But now it's kind of transcended into mainstream, so now everybody loves drag.
Sure, everybody wants to be a drag queen. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, look at Ron DeSantis, that little faggot. He doesn't want anybody doing drag in Florida, and this bitch is wearing her little shit kicker heels. She's the one with platforms. Mary. And then his wife's eyebrows. Come on. But that's them. But yeah, it is interesting because I often say drag queens are like falling out of the trees right now. Everywhere you look is some bitch going, I'm in drag. I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, first of all, everybody does drag for different reasons. Now, understand there's some people who feel as though this is my calling. This is who I am. Yada, yada. I do. It's a job for me, you know? So I don't take myself seriously. But it is interesting to see the people that do take themselves seriously because it's kind of exhausting, you know? And because of Drag Race, we now have to hear about everybody's sad story that comes with drag. You know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I just can't. You know? So
it's also not exclusive either. I mean, I feel like most drag queens have some sort of story.
They do, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean everybody wants to hear it. Like when people say, "Oh, my father didn't like me. My mother hates me." I can see why. I sat with you at lunch. You're a fucking asshole.
You said, girl, that's the least of your problems.
Exactly. Fix your mug. Don't worry about your broken family. Fix your busted face. I just can't.
Sometimes when men make comments about women wearing like too much makeup or what the fuck ever, I'm always like, maybe you should look into it, babe. Like,
It's true.
I think you could benefit.
I think a little concealer would help a lot of these men out,
A little
especially
color
white
corrector.
men. Especially white men. They could use a little color on their face. A little bronzer would be helpful. The people
Blush.
in Manchester, England, the boys there really try. They do. They get tan. You're laughing already. Have you been to Manchester?
No, but you really have it out for British people.
No, I don't have it. I love them over there, but they don't play. Like, they're just, this is it. You know, they could be
Yeah.
the straightest guy and have, hair gel. They look like the New Jersey Snooki. What were those people
Oh,
called?
the Jersey Shore people.
Yeah, the Jersey Shore
Yeah.
people. They all look like that there. And I go, look, they're trying. They're in front of a mirror. They're gluing the 3 hairs they have. They're adding a little bronzer.
Put in effort.
I ain't mad.
Effort.
I ain't mad.
That's true. That is true. They had a whole get ready routine like on the Jersey Shore era.
And they gave you glamour for Jersey.
Yeah,
That's what you
a
expect.
little shimmer, some tan.
Yeah, no talent, but they did look nice. They did look nice. Regional beauty. Regional beauty.
Popular.
Yeah,
Popular
yeah.
for the time.
Completely.
So I'm so curious because I know that the world of drag has shifted drastically, and obviously, it's become so much more than just the show. Obviously, drag itself existing on its own is so much more than just the show, but the show has popularized it so much. Have you seen like a resurgence or maybe a difference in the audience or like
Oh,
fans?
yeah. Like when I'm on the road doing a show, I'm shocked by the amount of straight girls that come to see me. And when I
Oh, yeah.
see that many straight girls in the audience, I go, thank God Taylor Swift isn't performing tonight. Because that means I have an audience. Because,
Yeah.
girl, she's got them by the balls. But it is fascinating because, you don't realize with a television show in general that who's watching it. You
Yeah.
have no idea who's at home looking at it.
Yeah.
So when I'm out on the road and I do meet and greets, it's so fascinating. I had once I had a young boy who was 13 in a pair of heels with his grandmother who was about 65, okay? And she's walking, he's like, this is my grandmother. And I'm like, this is amazing. The fact that he's standing there in heels with his grandmother. But then I did feel a little guilty. So I looked at the grandmother. I said, you do know that I'm going to be a little nasty in the show. And she goes, what the fuck you think I came for? And I thought, that's great. I mean, at
So,
her
okay,
age, she's
period.
still coming. Yeah, I mean... Good for her.
Okay, period, bitch.
Yeah, I thought so. So it
That's
is
so
interesting to
sweet.
see who shows up to the show, but it
Yeah.
is a larger audience. And also you have to realize, which is something I learned many years ago, is that everybody's not going to like you. So don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
The people that like you will come and see you, and then you perform for them. You can't worry about all the other bullshit.
That's such tea.
It's
especially like online. Like it's
Oh.
when people consume your content from online or any source of media, whether it's TV or social media, it's like you can't please everyone kind of
No.
thing. Like everyone, they're going to find something to hate about you.
Well, what's really missing, especially from comedy in general, is context. There's
Yep.
no setup. They'll take a punchline and then say, oh, they said this, but what was the setup? What were we
Yep.
talking about an hour before? What were
Yeah.
we talking about that led into this? So
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, I think, is missing because everybody wants to have a gotcha moment.
Yeah, that's so true.
Ooh, you did this. Ooh, you did that. If you
Yeah.
don't like it, just move the fuck on.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
okay.
simple. A lot
I'm
of people I
sure.
don't like. Present company excluded, but you know
I
what
thought
I
you were
mean.
going to say included.
No, I didn't say included. No, I ain't that brave yet. I got to make sure I have a running start if I say that. You got your mom and your sister here.
You know what's funny too is like I know that you're like so successful in stand-up comedy, which is amazing because I'm so happy. I love when people are able to like pursue so many different endeavors within entertainment because I
Yeah.
feel like it's so easy, especially for myself, like on social media, to get like pigeonholed into one
Yeah.
thing. So getting to like turn Drag Race, like a win on Drag Race, into a stand-up career, like how has that been? Like that transition?
The TV aspect of it is just a huge platform. I mean, that alone.
Yeah,
So I had been doing
true.
drag, I think, for about 18 years when I did Drag Race, which was 10
period.
years ago. So if you add, I'm 28. But what's crazy is at that time, I'm still was doing what I normally do, but then realizing, okay, you're going to go on television. You might get a couple of followers. I mean, even social media wasn't, as far as Instagram, was not a big of a deal back in 2013 when we filmed.
Okay.
But it aired in 2014. For me, like I wasn't about that. I was working in the bars and performing sometimes for 2 people,
Yeah.
sometimes for 100. It
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
If Taylor had a concert. But in those times, you're just out there doing your thing. And so when the show came about, a lot of the drag queens go different routes. A lot of them go the same route, I should say, which was do a music video,
Yeah.
and they all want to sing.
Yeah.
No. So I said, I just want to go on the road and I just want to go out and be amongst the people and perform for however long I can do it. Did I think I was going to be doing it this long? No. This is not a plan. I didn't figure it out in advance. So I was very fortunate because you take the platform and then you just run with it, you know? And that's kind of been the game. So it's never like, I want to do this and I want to be the most successful at that. No, because, you know, your success can change overnight. So as long as I'm still working, I'm happy about it.
Same. Especially in entertainment.
They have no choice.
It changes so quickly.
So quickly.
And on a dime. I feel like even, so with stand-up specifically, like, how did you kind of broach stand-up? Did you kind of start doing, like, your drag on the road first and then kind of work jokes in, or was it more?
I was talking because nobody else wanted to talk, you know, so I was covering costume changes, you know, because when you're doing an old school drag show, you would have a host, and then you would have a queen that danced, you would have a queen that sang, you would have a queen that lip sync, you had a queen with no talent, but she knew the owner. So that would be the list of people. And so one night the host wasn't there and they said, Bianca, would you go and fill in? And so I did. And so basically you're just talking shit while the person's changing clothes.
Yeah.
And sometimes in the middle of a joke, because I'm out there for like, say, 5 minutes, in the middle of a joke, the bitch would say, I'm ready. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of a joke, bitch. She's like, well, I'm ready. And then she'd come down and I go, we waited for that? Like that outfit is what took 5 minutes? But nonetheless, that's how it kind of evolved. And I realized I preferred that to the lip syncing and performing live. It was just, there's people that do that great. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
So I thoroughly enjoy just hosting and talking shit with the audience because they give you the best material. Drunk people.
You just like me for real, girl.
It's true. You want drunk people at 2 a.m. in New Orleans, Louisiana on a Wednesday? Girl, that is a crackhead alcoholic, and they're the best audience.
Yeah, they're great. It's like, it's almost like you're doing a really intense form of crowd work, like immediately. Yeah,
and I think a lot of people poo on I didn't mean to say poo, I don't know why that came out, but a lot of people shit on crowd work. But it is a different skill set, you know? And
totally.
You learn so much about yourself and interacting with those people.
Yeah, I think you get great material too because it's so off the cuff, like you don't know what they're gonna say.
No, and they're out to have a good time.
Yeah.
And give them a drink and they'll tell you all their business, which is the best.
So now that you do stand up like full time, like you go on tour and you do stand up, like what do you think is your favorite part of like preparing for the show and then the actual show?
Oh, no. It would have to be being on stage. It's never the preparing. It's like gay sex. You know what I mean? The douching and the cleaning and the trimming and the... No, Mama, I'm sorry you had to hear that. But all of that is the worst part. But once you're out on the stage actually fucking, it's great.
It feels good.
It feels good. You're like, this is good. Ooh, let me throw my foot in too. Like, you know, you get excited. Ooh, add another finger. But that to me is the fun part. So I know that that's to come. No pun intended. But I know that's to come so I can get through the horrible part.
Yeah.
You know, because you never feel fully prepared. You never feel, you know, it's like those bridezillas, you know? It's like, you know your day is coming and I want everything to go great. Well, it's not gonna. So you just kind of roll with the punches.
Yeah.
So it's literally just preparing as much as you can prepare. Not lazy, because you're still gonna be frantic and crazy and everybody around you doesn't want to talk to you as you're preparing. But once it happens, you're like, okay, this is possible. We're good.
You're a good work team.
Yeah, it's
not
heart surgery, so my success rate has been pretty good. But it's once you're in the zone of it, you're like, I can run with this.
I know that there's been a lot of online discourse about male comedians lately, stand-up comedians.
Oh, God.
And it's been kind of, I mean, I feel like personally, especially for my shtick, obviously, like, all I do is make fun of awful fucking men on the internet.
Sure.
Most of them are white dudes.
Yep.
So I've made jokes about a white male comedian. And I'm like, you guys are surprised?
Right.
That he makes jokes about hitting women? Of course he does.
Well, you know what's so crazy about this is that, you know, what I find the biggest travesty, not even the joke, it's just the fact that his face is everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden on my feed pops up, and listen, my feed is reserved for dicks and ass. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in this little waterhead white boy coming in and on my feed. And what's interesting about that in general is that it's like, I don't know if it's like overexposure, and then when the time comes to deliver, you're like, ooh, I'm untouchable, let me go here.
Yeah.
And that's where I didn't
I didn't understand it either, to be honest.
Get it.
But I even said too in my like critique of it, because anytime you critique any sort of male comic professional comedian.
Yeah.
They're always like, oh, well, I mean, if the jokes offended you, just watch something else. I'm like, they didn't offend me. They sucked. Like, what part of that did you not hear? They were bad. Like, if you're going to offend me, at least make me laugh.
Well, I think it gets tricky because, I get a lot of times when people are saying, I don't find this funny. That's, I think, is acceptable,
Yeah,
on any
sure.
level.
Absolutely.
But in my world, I often say, like, if you come in, form that opinion after you come and see me. Like, if you come to see me and you have an opinion, then you come see me to see the full show, and then you go, you know what, I didn't like that. Then I go, I can respect that opinion.
Totally.
But if you're just some twat who sees a clip or hears what someone else said, or there's no setup, you're like, well, what the fuck do you know?
Exactly.
So it's weird. And
Totally.
also, I'm not mad if you don't like me. But
Absolutely.
I think where this particular person fucked up was because his audience is predominantly
Women.
straight, white, females. And let's be real, smart women you don't want to fuck with, because if you do, it's problematic. And if they've supported you to the point to where you're ruining my feed every day, maybe you should think about the jokes you're using and not turn on them.
No, for real.
Because they'll ruin your life.
They really will, girl.
Yeah.
And that's what I said in my video. I'm like, it's unwise. It's like a bad business decision to turn them against you.
You shouldn't. I mean,
Girl.
listen, I have still got, I'm going to confess today that I have a straight girl who is still upset with me because I didn't fuck her at my high school prom. So, sorry, saying it again.
And look at you.
Look at me now.
Couldn't you have done it?
Couldn't have. Well,
I'm in disbelief that you couldn't do it.
maybe from the back, but yeah, didn't happen. I was too busy fixing her hair.
God, I wonder why.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's what a head scratcher.
Head scratcher. Yeah, get it. Oh,
Now that's a
people.
joke.
That's a joke. See, not
that's a joke.
offended. But also, I think jokes are usually based in truth.
Yeah,
so let's be real.
absolutely.
And I think it depends on who is saying it. So if
Absolutely.
you're talking about what you know,
Yeah.
then I think it's easier. Like if a woman
Absolutely.
would have made that joke, you would have went, oh, maybe she had some domestic violence in her life.
Yeah.
And so she's feeling free to do it. But there's
Yeah.
something a little swarmy about it.
Yeah, it's real low hanging fruit. I feel like. I also feel
Speaking of-
that if the
I was checking. I thought
what do you mean you're only 28?
No, I thought my fruit's hanging low, honey. It is not ripe, but it's low. It's low hanging.
I feel. I even said too. I think that comedy in and of itself is subjective. Obviously, like you said, if you find it funny, if you don't find it funny, that's obviously subjective to the person.
Sure.
But at the same time, it's like if you're going to joke about really hard to talk about topics, then there should be a very skillful way that you approach the subject. Like it is possible to joke about things that are really hard to talk about in a way that isn't awful.
Agreed.
Because I feel like the joke can't be the degradation of marginalized people. The joke has to be something else. Like
Well, the joke should be a joke. It should be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's where it gets tricky. It's like, what do you consider funny? I don't find that funny. But it's weird when it comes to, I guess, as I was explaining before, it's like just being an overexposed individual.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like you're given this platform and everyone's going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, boo. We don't like this, and that's that. But now he's
Yeah.
banking off of the fact that people want to cancel him, so he keeps constantly bringing it up. And it's like, nobody wants to cancel. It's just the joke is stupid.
Face everywhere. I was like, I called him Miss Juvederm on my thing, and everyone
Talk
got
about
mad
a
at me.
man who's had some stuff done.
Girl. Talk about veneers.
Let's just say, like, let's be real. I don't think anybody in their right mind has ever chosen to look like Angela Lansbury. But that's the look I'm getting. I mean, on a good day, Paul McCartney, who actually looks like Angela Lansbury now. Let it be. Just
Fun
let
fact.
it be. Let it be. It's true, though. I don't get it. And look, if the girls want to support him and like him, he's going to piss you off, and that's just where it is.
Yeah, do what you got to do, girl.
It's a lot of yes people around you.
Yeah, I had a girl get real mad at me when I made fun of him, and then she made a video about me.
Oh, God.
And she said in her video, he would never fuck you, so don't worry about it. And I said, is that a threat or a promise?
Ain't that the truth?
Girl, tell me immediately, so I know what to do next.
Girl, like that's the ultimate. Like, he went,
Okay.
Yeah, I remember years ago when Ricky Martin's sexuality was being questioned by
Yeah.
Barbara Walters. And everybody's like, he's gay. Girl, he's a woman. And I'm like, what does it matter?
Yeah, who
he ain't gonna
cares?
come and fuck your ass. It's like, let him be what he wants,
Yeah.
But it is fascinating to me, though, that she would use that against you.
Yeah, I'm like-
well, what did she look like?
Oh, she's just a white girl.
Yeah, but we need a picture of this bitch.
I know.
We
I
need
don't
to
know.
get-
I don't
we
even
need to give
remember, to be
opinions of
honest.
her.
She deleted it immediately after I saw it.
I love when they do that.
I love
love
that
when they
too.
trash talk and then delete it
That's
immediately.
my favorite thing
Do
to
it,
do.
bitch.
And then they're always like, they'll tell me too. They're like, I don't know why you would talk about me like that. Just dogpile me. I thought you wanted my attention.
You started this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it.
It's like when they read a nasty comment, and I think it's really funny. I'll screenshot it on occasion and just repost it. And
Me
people are like,
too.
you should blur out their names. No.
Same.
No,
Same.
you got the balls to tweet it. You got the balls
Girl.
to comment it. You deserve to get the attention you would deserve.
Yeah. Sometimes in interviews, people ask me, "Oh, have men that you fucked up ever like come back and said sorry?" I was like, no. And I'm not sorry either, so I guess
No.
win-win.
Exactly.
And I've even before I never blur names either.
Yeah.
Always post hate comments. Sometimes I'll literally post hate comments, and then the next thing will just be a picture of what they look like, and that's it.
And that's all you got to do.
And let the audience
Let the
decide
audience
for
enjoy it.
themselves.
Oh, that's always the best.
Yeah.
It really is. And the shit they say, you're just like, you ain't going to say that to my face, bitch.
No, for real.
You know?
Yeah, and
Whatever.
even like. I just find it so strange because I made a clip. A clip from this show actually once went viral where I was saying, I just think you can't comment on my looks if you're ugly. Like, I don't want to
Okay.
hear it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense. And
Yeah.
now, of course, beauty is subjective as well.
Yeah.
So what you think is beautiful is that. So you're not being a cunt.
No,
You're just saying
I said
to
beauty
you,
is subjective, but I know I have one bitch beat,
oh, of course.
and it's that person.
Exactly.
Like, if we're running in a race, girl, you're behind me. I'll tell you that. You're eating my fucking dust. I'll tell you that much, girl.
Well, you know, I hate to break it to you, and this is a moment that I maybe needed to come out and let you know that I'm a man.
That's okay.
I'm just letting you know.
But you're a man in a dress, and that makes me feel safe.
Oh, thanks, girl.
You're welcome.
That's it.
I'm so curious too when you write your for stand up. I'm so curious too because stand up is one of the few things I'm terrified of. Like,
Why?
I just don't want to find out the hard way that I'm bad.
But you have to find out. But that's how you find out. You know, I mean, it's tricky because there's really no proper way to prepare for
Absolutely.
it. You just have to
Absolutely.
prepare as much as you can. Like when I start a tour, and I'm about to start one, is that it's like you end up with an abundance of material. You end up with
Yeah.
more than you can handle. And
Okay.
you're out there and you kind of
Yeah.
like, it's like kind of like fucking without a condom. And you're feeling it. You're like, okay, this is going well or this is not going well. And you know you have this arsenal of stuff that you can pull from.
Totally.
And then as the nights go on, or let's say week 2, you've realized, okay, I'm going to cut this, I'm going to add this, I'm going to move here. This really got a good response. And it becomes territorial as well, because it's like if you're in
Yeah.
America, these certain things work in America.
Yeah.
And then when you're in the UK, you're like, ooh, I should mention that because I'm here. So you do figure it out, but you never look at it, you should never look at it as, oh, I can't do it because it's too overwhelming. You just got to
Yeah.
go with it.
I've said it even in the beginning of doing this for a living. I was like saying, I'm no proud bitch. Like, I know I'm funny, but am I stand up funny? Because that's like a whole nother art form.
Well, yeah, but you
So,
learn by doing.
That's true.
You go and try
But you
it.
know how some internet people, they try stand up and it's like, oh,
Well,
get back to the internet.
some internet people just
back
need
to
to
the
stop, period. Yeah, you know, because editing helps. Like editing
True.
and making these little videos that people do and like
That's
these little
true.
TikTok-y shits. I'm like, that's great. And that's how I felt about that specific male comedian before. I saw the
Yeah.
clips on his page and I thought, well, this is really funny,
Yeah.
but it's also his edit. So therefore, you know, you're presenting what you present. I'd like to see him live and then really form an opinion overall.
Period.
But I think you learn a skill set by being in front of an audience. So you can
Yeah.
never be. I mean, you can go home and rehearse and think you know. You won't know till you're in that moment.
That's so true.
And that's the magic of doing stand up. You
That
know,
is true. It's
know-
like a much different experience.
completely. But
Yeah.
yet you can prepare. Like with acting in particular, you have to know your lines. You have to hit your mark. You know,
Yeah.
all that kind of bullshit. But it's kind of like whereas I feel not free when I'm doing that.
I feel
because
you.
they're like, you got to do this, and she's gonna react, and if you throw anything else in, I'm like, but I'm feeling this, and they're like, you can't. So it's what it is. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm great for porn. I'm really good for porn because
Yeah.
people watch it for the dialogue, and that's what I'm there for.
And the acting.
See?
For the acting.
Acting. And I'm always in those pivotal scenes because I've done a couple of porns and porns. I had a minute because I was like, there are a couple of them, but I did them, and I'm in those pivotal acting scenes before people have sex.
Gotcha.
Because you need context.
And
you
you're
need
not in the
story.
sex part?
No, oh hell no, no. I do the pre stuff. You know.
You're the guy that's like, okay, I'm gonna head out real quick.
Yeah,
And you
I
just walk
order the
out.
pizza and
Yep.
then I leave when he delivers the 12-inch sausage.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. Look, you got a stacked resume.
It is.
Sold
You
out
do what you
comedy
can.
tour.
Look,
porn.
I say yes to everything. You know, I'm here. Yeah, that's right.
And no porn.
No porn.
No porn
Yet.
required.
Although this
Yet.
set is very porny.
It is, huh?
It is very porny.
So you know what's so funny? One of my guests mentioned
Talk
that.
slower.
They were,
Dong-dong.
that's like, one of my guests literally said, it kind of looks like porn sets around here. And I was like, now I can't unsee it. I never thought that.
It's there. I mean, I'm in the business, and
It's
as a porn actress, yeah, I can agree.
As an actress?
As an actress of porn, I can agree.
As a SAG AFTRA?
Yes, I'm just a sad actress, not a SAG actress.
Okay, so let's get into the topic. Okay, so the topic for today, we're talking about your being the stand-up comedy queen.
Oh God, I didn't write that, but yeah, that's lovely. Is that my publicist? Because that's really pushing it.
No, so you're a very successful stand-up comedian and a legendary drag queen at the same time. But this is like, I feel really topical right now because male comics are super on thin ice.
Yeah,
they're always on thin ice with me. I'm just glad everyone else is catching up to me.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with social media because
Absolutely.
it's like I've often said this before. Like when I was working and doing shows and stuff, you know, you're dealing with the audience that was there, and you could only find drag queens like in gay bars or in small cabaret spaces.
Yeah, totally.
Occasionally in theater, but then usually they cast a straight guy who's playing a gay role, and they go, "Oh, he's such a great actor because he could play gay." So nowadays with social media, it is interesting how much stuff is out there. So I'm wondering if the noise, everybody with their opinions, if it's the Twitter, if it's the the Instagram giving you all of this ammunition for you to hear all the noise. You know, because
that's true.
I think men have
That's a
always
good
been
point.
assholes. Yes, and there's certain comics that you're just like, but I never saw them. But now that they're kind of like on my
more
feed,
visible,
it kind of makes you go,
Yeah, it's like the accessibility has almost, it's
perfect.
like fucked all of them over a little bit.
True.
But I've also said too that when men get fucked up for telling shit jokes, like 9 times out of 10, it's like it was because it was, punching down comedy, with no real wit to it. It was just like and then I hit her. Like,
and then you're like, what? Yeah, yeah.
And only the worst people you know in the world laugh at shit like that, which is like, okay, whatever. But every time they suffer any sort of backlash, they're always like, oh, you can't joke about anything these days. To which I'm always like, that's true to an extent, but also that never stops you. So like, what do you mean? Like you're still doing it. So like, what do you mean?
When people say you can't joke about something, people always ask me, is anything off limits? And I go, for me, no. Like with what's in my wheelhouse and what's my world.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's important to talk about anything that you can relate to. Like I can talk about the obstacles of drag. I can talk about, like I had someone say to me that I could not call someone a fag. And I said, oh, I can, because I've been called a fag my entire fucking life.
Exactly.
I can call somebody a faggot. And it's like, well,
like
you
Ron
can't.
DeSantis.
Well, that faggot. But it's like that's useless faggot, but bloated faggot, problematic faggot. But the thing I have with that is that I'm going, well, wait a minute. Now you're telling me that I can't say a word that has been said to me my entire life, pre-internet.
Yeah.
And some 12-year-old is going to say, I'm offended by it. Well, you know what happens to people that are offended? They die.
Just like we all do.
Do you want to spend your life telling everybody you're offended? That's your feelings,
Yeah.
And so I say, if you're not interested in what I'm saying, there's thousands of other people that you can find funny. Like, go figure it out. But in the game of it, it's just, I'm not expecting you to like me, and it's okay if you don't, But there's somewhere in this gay world where we're supposed to be these amazing political figures and supposed to be these symbols of excellence. No, bitch, I'm a faggot in a wig. Like, don't give me that pressure. Don't put me on a pedestal because you're going to rip me down.
Well, we're also human. Like, we're human people, and human people live as humans, which is imperfectly.
Yes.
Right? At the very, very beginning of me making videos, I once made a video responding to someone, and in the video I was like, bitch, this is the thing. And I said it like that, and I had a bunch of random women spamming my comments and telling me that I shouldn't call women bitches. And I was like, first of all, I wasn't, but even if I was, but it's
the phrase to get your point across.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, like, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
And also, I call men bitches all the time, too. Like, that is a genderless
a little
term.
bitch. Yeah.
Genderless term, girl.
It is.
I'll use that on anyone.
Well, yeah, and it usually applies. It's like, little bitch-ass motherfucker. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about?
Saying the word bitch.
Oh, yeah, I don't even realize I say bitch,
Same.
It just kind of comes out.
It's just part of my everyday vernacular.
Completely.
Just what I call you. Just like cunt.
Yeah, cunt. Ooh, that's a good one.
Cunt doesn't offend me at all.
Doesn't bother me.
because it's true.
And it's very fitting.
Speaking of British people and your hatred for them,
I don't have hatred for them. I enjoy them.
have you ever seen? Well, I've never been to the UK, but like
Okay.
I've seen a lot of British people.
And now we won't let you in.
And you
bitch.
have, and you're mean to them.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I love them. They're
You
the best
have,
audience. They're so hateful. I love it.
I've seen their like meals. Like the way they eat is crazy.
Well, breakfast is weird.
Yeah.
But you got to admit, as Americans, we're kind of fucked up too when it comes to.
No, absolutely.
I
It's
mean-
purely a difference in culture at that
Completely.
point. But when I watch it, I'm like, y'all eat like you're in medieval times.
Beans on toast.
Y'all eat
Yeah.
like they're giving you rations.
Well-
Is everything okay? Are times bad?
Well, I've been in many hotels when I'm over there, and they like, ooh, free continental breakfast.
Bunch of beans,
Options, yeah.
Bush's beans.
Like if I'm eating beans at 6 a.m, they're coming from Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
I've been drunk the whole night.
Yep.
But I don't crave.
and will be the rest of the day.
Yes,
Yep.
I don't crave beans in the morning. What are we talking about? Yeah, beans in the morning. No.
Beans on toast.
Beans on
too?
toast. It's a thing.
Have you
Then-
tried it?
Yeah, I can't. I can't. Now maybe at like a fine restaurant it'd be great, but not this continental breakfast at the hotel. No. Mm-mm.
When I see like when they always their plates just seem so randomized. Like they're like ravioli, some fries,
Ravioli.
carrots. This is a real meal I saw a British girl make. It was literally ravioli.
Was this on TikTok though? She's probably trying to get attention.
No, I've seen so many.
I have not seen a ravioli.
First of all, fries
with
are part of every meal, which I'm not opposed to.
They call chips.
Chips, but they do make fun of American people for eating like shit all the time, or their
Yes.
portions are huge, which like okay, but
Yeah.
they have fries with every meal,
But you know,
and the fries are pale.
well, they're called chips, and they're a little thicker.
Yeah.
So they're not like our little stringy fries. And I must tell you though, every friend of mine from the UK that comes over to America at some point wants to go to all of these shitty American places. Because
course
they're like,
they
we got to
do.
try this. We got to go to Dairy Queen. Wait, I got to see the size of this sandwich. So they're fascinated by us when
Yeah.
it comes to that.
I'm
Yeah.
horrified by their food.
No, you'd be fine. You'd be fine. I mean,
feel-
it's not like I haven't had. Oh, here we go. Because someone in the comments is going to say, Bianca, you're wrong. But I haven't had amazing cuisine there. I've definitely gotten through it with certain foods.
Yep,
Yeah,
rations.
but it is a different world.
They eat like what astronauts eat.
Yeah.
They pour water in it, shake it up, and it turns into a meal.
Astronauts, where did you come up with that shit?
Look up astronaut food. It comes in those silver packs.
I'll make that a part of my list. Today I'm gonna look up some kinky porn and astronaut food. Yeah.
In this video, a man is defending.
Oh wait. So you're telling? All right. Could you just use a more sexy voice when you're talking? Like, give me something sultry so that I'm interested in the video. Like, make it.
But I'm not a man.
No, you don't have to be a man, honey. I want to hear your voice. Come on, make it sexy.
Okay. In this video, a man. Is
Okay, I didn't
defending-
say like.
I'm doing driver's ed.
Okay. Oh, driver's ed.
Driver's
okay,
ed,
good.
driver's ed.
good. So now I
Okay.
have a
In
point of
this
reference.
video, a man is defending Joe Coy's stand-up set at the Golden Globes. He's saying he's a fucking comedian. He's supposed to tell jokes, and that Joe only had 10 days to prepare. That's why some of his jokes were, quote, kind of weak and cliche. I know, snooze.
Well,
Also, 10 days is, I feel, maybe I'm just ignorant, but I feel like that's more than enough time to write 10 minutes. Maybe
sure.
I'm fucking stupid, though.
Sure, I think, and this is, there's so much wrong with the whole scenario. The
Yeah.
fact that he was like number 14 on the list and agreed to do it.
Yeah.
It's not an easy job.
No, not
it's
at all.
not an easy fucking job
No, not
hosting a
at all.
show, which basically means it's outside of your realm, even as a comedian, because that's the one night you have to get everybody to like you or to
Totally.
agree that it's funny.
Totally.
And then you're going into a room full of A-list assholes who don't have a fucking sense of humor to begin with. That's problematic. And if you don't travel in their circles, and I've seen Joe's stand-up, and it's funny. Like some of the stuff he does is really, really funny. But he's not a roaster, so to speak. So
Yeah.
when you're trying to do that in front of those people on that night with little preparation, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
He lost the room pretty quick.
It's very hard.
Pretty
And then you
quick,
start throwing
yeah.
everybody else under the bus. It's kind of like, girl, nobody cares. It's been 10 days. Like, this is your fucking moment. You should have fucking slept,
For
you know,
real.
and worked on this. I mean,
real.
and to put into context, you know, when they blame the writers, something that people forget is that someone like Joan Rivers, who I loved,
Mm-hmm.
did Fashion Police. And on
Yeah.
Fashion Police, she had something like 8 to 11 writers that were on Fashion Police. So if you're someone like Joe
Yeah.
and you're going in, and Joan Rivers had 11, let's say, writers, you need 46. Do you know what I mean?
For real.
Like, you should get more
Absolutely.
people, and you should actually workshop this with the people. What is going to work in this room? I'm not saying
Yeah.
please the people in the room, because you got people like Ricky Gervais who goes in there and just eats them alive, and it's
Yeah.
brilliant, but he doesn't give two fucks.
Yeah, he
and I'm
doesn't
like,
care, yeah.
that's great, because it's what he does.
That's his thing.
So that's his thing. So
Yeah.
it's a tricky line. I mean, kudos for trying, but girl, would you want to try with that many people watching?
Oh, girl.
Apparently the ratings were down. So.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity, to be
Very.
honest. And I feel like you said, I would have given 10 days, like you said, hire the best people you
Hire
know.
anybody.
If you need help. Like,
Yeah.
and it was truly like, again, like the shit just sucked. Like, I am never, it takes a great deal to offend me, and it's not even anything serious that really I don't get offended ever, really. So it didn't offend me at all. It sucked. Like, once again, like, it sucked. It's not good. It was poor. And he lost the room so fast. The way that I was like, that was probably the worst part, is like watching it happen live.
Fall
like,
apart.
Watching someone crash and burn live.
Right.
Like, in a room full of,
Well, and crash and burn because you're not doing what you naturally do.
Yeah.
You know, staying in
Yeah.
your lane. It's tricky. Like, you know, people like, well, people weren't laughing. Well, Ricky Gervais says some really horrible shit and people don't laugh, but it's fucking funny as shit, and it's so
Yeah.
true. But they don't want to be faced with that. But I think you
Yeah.
have to have a set of balls to get up there and do it. Kudos for trying. But girl,
a bad failed attempt.
it was rough. It was rough.
Yep.
And I think, and he also didn't seem comfortable, which is really,
Yeah,
which is
and
really hard.
I talked about it too, and because obviously most of the jokes he made were about women, which I'm like, okay, right, like
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like that's if straight male comedians could never joke about women ever again, they'd have to
Oh.
go get a job,
That
girl.
would-
They'd be out of a job, girl.
Completely.
They'd be back at the Genius Bar immediately.
Completely.
The next day. Like, they would have nothing to go off of ever again. So, of course, he's going to reach like that. Of course, they're going to do that. It's like, those are supposed to be like walking the line jokes. But again, like a joke that ends with a doll with big boobies.
Yeah. That was it. Well, the other thing that was really interesting was the whole Taylor Swift moment. And if we've
Yeah.
learned anything, is that award shows don't come for Taylor Swift.
Just nothing
Thank
good.
you, Kanye.
Nothing
But
good ever comes out of
Nothing
that.
ever good comes out of it. And ooh, she was just drinking that champagne. I said, you
said-
better do it, bitch. But I didn't even think it was, I don't know what, like I took it at, now this is me, my opinion. I took it as he was making a joke that the NFL keeps cutting to clips of her.
Yeah,
Now, I
yeah.
don't know because I don't watch football, but a lesbian friend confirmed that they show lots of clips of her. Because I was like, what is the joke
Yeah,
here?
it's like all her.
Every 5
Yeah.
minutes is her in
Yeah.
the stands or what
Yeah,
have you.
yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, so at the award show, okay, they're not going to cut to her. That's how I took it. How did you take it?
I honestly, I kind of took it.
I mean, she could buy me and sell me, so it's like it doesn't really matter at this point.
probably in the same. It was in both veins, honestly.
I didn't
how
think it was a joke. I just
No,
thought
yeah.
it was an observation.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, if it was a joke, it wasn't good.
That's my point.
Either way.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, and I feel like he said worse things about women in that same exact, like, little monologue.
Ah.
So I didn't think that was the worst of them. I also, like you kind of said, I was kind of confused about it. So
Yeah.
I was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Which means your joke sucked. Like, if I had no reaction at all, I feel like that's worse.
Well, if you
than
have to
getting mad.
explain the joke, it's the oof.
Oh, girl.
That's oof.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough.
And like you said, like, maybe we stop fucking with her.
I
Maybe
won't
we
fuck
leave
with
her alone. Maybe
now,
we
you
leave
know
her
what's
alone.
interesting is that I don't mind her. Like there was some point I said something about her and that I didn't like something, and then that's when they come on the attack. And the thing is, I realized, oh, it has nothing to do with her. It has to do with the people that worship her. That's where it becomes problematic.
Yeah, it's like that. Sometimes that stan culture
Yeah.
can be really toxic too,
Yes.
like especially online. And I just feel like the monologue just, again, it was real subpar. to
it
me.
wasn't your thing.
No, and also I would like to suggest
Oh.
to always keep those audience camps. The way that they forget that they're there and they go
it's so
every year.
good.
And also mic them. I would really love to hear.
that would add to it.
Add a floor mic.
I don't understand people. It's like, oh, let me announce I'm going to take a shit. Everybody don't look at me. I've got, like, we know it's part of life. It gets a little overwhelming. Just fucking leave. I can't be bothered with the people that announce it. How do you feel about it? Like, I need a mental break. Go! See a doctor. Get on some pills. Come back.
Just feel
You know
like-
what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. Like, I don't care. I don't care, girl.
It's just a lot.
I don't need to hear it.
Like, why is that?
It's just like the showering thing. I don't need to hear it.
I don't need to hear.
You don't
it.
need to announce your departure. It's
I don't.
okay.
I don't need to hear
know.
that you don't wash your ass. I don't
need
hear.
the information. Thank you, though.
Not at all.
I would like to say, though, if I went and I got to sit at a table, I'd be doing bits.
Oh, yes.
The whole night.
If you know the camera's
When he's
on
telling
you.
the jokes and the jokes aren't funny, I'm standing there going,
As you should.
you know what I mean?
And that's
like
the
an old
headline
time
tomorrow.
Yep.
That's a good titty laugh.
Yeah.
You
I'm
gotta,
like,
jolly laugh.
each one, and then I'm switching seats each time.
As you should.
Different accessory.
And different spots.
Yeah, different
That's good.
hat, pair of glasses.
You really are a drag queen. Yeah, in disguise. That's
At the end of the day,
that's drag tactic. That
it
really
is.
Yeah.
That's why I said physical comedy.
Physical comedy is important.
Physical comedy. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing bits the whole night.
And there's liquor there. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can drink at the Golden Globes.
And
so
I'm
that's
fucked up beyond belief.
There you go. So by
and
the
then
end, you just
my last bit, my tip falls out and I don't realize.
Now that's fierce.
And then I stand up and I'm cheering.
So is it going to be like a tit with a pasty, or is it going to be like raw
No,
titty?
raw titty.
Raw titty.
Raw
So it's not
titty.
Lil Kim, Diana Ross.
Full
Think,
frontal.
No, just titty. Just
Titty
one?
out.
Just one?
Just one.
Ooh. Any support on the other one? Or
No,
is it
just like it fully out, and then I'm standing up celebrating someone that I don't give a fuck about. That's
okay.
my last
So
bit.
it's like flapjack titty.
Yep.
It's like dancing with
Yep.
it.
Because
I'm
I have
for
like
it.
a one-strap dress.
I thought
so
you were saying you just have one titty. I was like, oh God, that's a whole nother show. But yeah.
I don't have time to go into my medical history
No,
with you.
it's all right, but I'm
don't
sure
have
we'll
time.
talk about it.
I want it like full support this one out, and then I'm cheering, and they're showing me on camera.
Okay.
And then someone cuts me. Then they tackle me to the ground.
Oh, wait, are you
going to
act surprised? Or are you going to be like, titties are free? Or are you going to pull a Janet Jackson going, you know, is that going to be a hit?
I'm gonna act surprised.
You're going to act surprised.
I'm gonna act
so
surprised.
in the moment of jubilation,
Yep.
let's say a movie wins.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes!
Yeah.
And then it's one titty. Well,
Yeah.
that's weird. I'm shaking both. So
I'm
it's
standing
just
up.
flap.
Yeah, I'm
And
like
titty. Oh, you're doing that?
bouncing,
Okay, that's it. So titty
bouncing.
just flapping.
Yeah.
That's a good plan.
I did it, and then they tackle me to the ground, hog tie me, carry me out.
That's brilliant.
And
Hog
then-
tie.
yeah.
You're into that?
Well, I think that's how they would have to get me out, unless they
Oh.
want to tranquilize or shoot me. Because if I'm
That would be fierce.
Because
I've
if
seen that
I'm
on Animal
fucked
Planet.
up, like my strength goes up 100%.
Oh, so you're that bitch. So you fight when you're drunk.
I just think I get extra strong.
No, you fight when you're drunk. Just
Maybe.
admit it. Just say it. You've got anger
Sometimes.
issues. Girl. So
Is this an intervention?
no. But I am formulating a lot of thoughts here.
I just think my strength goes up. Probably my bravado.
Your
but
strength goes up when
Yeah.
you're when you're drinking
When
and
I'm
you're
just
feeling.
fucked up beyond
So they're
belief.
gonna tranquilize you, hog tie you, and escort you
Carry
out.
me out.
Carry you out.
And the whole time they're carrying me out, tits still out.
Tits are you screaming on the way out?
Nope.
Are you going, titties are free?
Yeah, I'm
No.
just like, they don't want you to know, but I didn't tell anyone
titty.
anything.
That's it. Yeah,
yeah. I'm like, they don't want you to know the
know.
truth, but I didn't say anything.
They don't want to know the truth. See, you could just stand up. You just made up a whole fucking story.
Yeah, I was
if you
like-
told me it was true, I'd be like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't believe all of it because no award show would bring you there. But I,
Probably never again, honestly.
no,
They'll
not
never let me
now,
come
now that
now.
you spilled your big plan. Tittygate 2024.
I just told everyone my evil plan.
You did.
Yeah, but who says I don't have more?
Oh, hey.
Exactly.
That's talent.
Always have a plan B.
Always.
You always have a plan B.
You have to have a plan B. You know, if my parents had plan B, I wouldn't,
Yeah.
be here.
And we'd be better off. to be
Yeah, we
honest.
would shut it. Look at her. She got jokes now. I'm a comedian.
We're gonna read some
Amanda's
of
over us.
the read some of the comments on this video. So this one says, "It's
Oh, wait,
comedy
which video? Is this the video of...
of a guy defending the stand-up set."
Oh, so the
at
guy
Golden
is
Globes.
defending on the video. Got
Yeah,
it.
he's
Okay.
just like, he was funny and women are sensitive. That was essentially his
Okay.
vibes. This says, "It's comedy. There's going to be quips. Maybe give them more than 10 days to prepare. Too many awards anyway." Well, that had so many grammatical errors. I doubt you're watching the Golden Globes, bitch. You can't even spell Golden Globe. So I think you should worry about that probably.
Oh, if you did your titty thing at the Golden Globes, it's good because you got the...
Exactly.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, just...
And what if it
backtracking.
fell out and it was painted like a Golden Globe? Then what?
Golden Globes. But then you
Golden-
have maybe pull out the other one when you're hogtied.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would
To
add a
get the
little-
bit across.
that would get
I'm
the
like,
bit
they didn't
across.
hear the rest of my messaging.
There you go. Yeah.
It's painted like a Golden Globe, and then they give me a Golden Globe.
That's
then
it.
I win the Golden Globes forever.
And then you put it in between your titties. There you go. There you go. Like that. That's it.
At the podium
We're
when they do
onto
their
something.
like when they
Oh,
after
wait, now
they-
you're winning an award? Why
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
winning an award? For
I'm
causing
saying
a scene?
it's like checkmate. I just won. If it's painted like a Golden Globe, I feel like they should give me one. That's just my feeling.
How many people told you this is possible? Is it yes people that are all around you that
No,
are convinced, or you just got a lot of time?
Well, it was just purely the demons, honestly.
Okay, purely the demons. Okay. I would pay to see it. I would pay to see it. I would love to see the titties in action.
You want to get ratings up?
That's it.
Hit me up. Yeah. You know what's funny is I worked the Oscars last year, and I hope they don't see it.
No, you did?
Yeah, I did the carpet.
Did you have a good time?
It was awesome.
Really?
It was really fun, but it was truly like a surreal experience. It feels like
In a good way?
in a good way, in the sense of like the way that they run award shows like that is just crazy.
It
to
is.
see.
It's kind of like boop, 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 boop,
Yeah,
in and
it's
out.
insane to witness live.
Of everybody you spoke to, who was your favorite? Oh, who looked the worst up close? That I'd love to hear. Who doesn't look like her pictures?
I honestly, this is me
here
being
we go. She wants
100.
another job. She wants to go back. So she's like, honestly, I love them all. Go ahead.
100% honest, like they all looked flawless up close, but I think that's just because they're,
Yeah.
famous. Probably The Rock, because I've met him a few times and he's great.
So you thought he looked great?
Yeah, he looked great.
Oh, okay.
But he was really fun to talk to, too.
Okay.
Because he was kind of fucked up.
Oh, they see that's
And
it.
I love
Yeah,
when they
that's
tell me
it.
that.
I love to see them when they're wasted.
You know what's funny too is when it first started, because obviously I'm a dickhead on the internet, so no one gives a fuck about me. So they make me walk at 12 noon, and then I'm standing there for 7 hours before the actual people get there. So when I was there, they had a lot of like directors, producers, like all those people
you don't
walk,
wanna see.
and they have all their families with them. And I told the girl that was helping me pull talent, I told her that if they have daughters between the ages of like 18 to 25, tell them to look over here.
Sure.
And I got so many interviews because they brought their daughters, and their daughters
That's
love me.
good. See, that's a win-win.
Networking.
All right. Next year. Oscars, what are you doing this year?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I won't do the Golden Globe bit.
No, titties will be down.
That's just for the Golden Globes.
Just Golden Globes. Y'all are
That's just for
special.
them.
Just for the foreign press.
I got a different one for you guys.
Oh, God. Not the time to tell them.
I can't tell you that plan though. They were so great to work with though,
That's good.
which was awesome.
It's
So-
always good to hear like exciting, fun stories because normally they're like, "Girl,
Right.
let me tell you what happened."
Right.
But that's good that it was a lot of fun.
I'll tell you a tea story. I told this one to Katya on the show, but I'll like.
Well, you better tell me because I'm not going to watch our episode. So let me know.
And we'll bleep the name and
person's
stuff.
name?
But literally, I watched walk together. She is at least 4 inches taller than him. Like, it's crazy. The height difference is insane.
Is that
to see.
4 inches in heels or 4 inches just in general?
I think just in general, and with heels, it's even more.
It's even more drastic.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
got it.
and so they're holding hands. They look really sweet. They're walking. She doesn't do any interviews because she's.
Okay.
And so she's walking, and they're like, "Oh, come over here." For
That's
like
a lot of
5
bleeping. You got to
minutes."
bleep a lot of this.
Yeah, they're like
yeah.
for like 5 minutes over here, whatever, right? And then someone gets her attention, and then she's like, "Okay, one question really fast." And he's like, "Okay." And then he looks at her and he goes, "What do you think of the color of the carpet?" Because the color was beige instead of red.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, "What a ridiculous question to ask me. I don't know. It's tan." And then she turned and left.
No.
And I said, "Oh."
Like, you finally get a chance to talk to bleepity bleep, and that's the question that you ask her? Girl.
And then she was like, "I don't know. It's tan." And then she
First of all,
turned and left.
where was she running off to?
I don't
It's
know.
not like she's going to eat. I
Honestly,
mean, let's be real here.
She ate him the fuck up though.
That she did.
And she
She
got
did.
a fan
She did.
in me.
What I
when
would've
I
said-
watched it, I said, "And that's what I like to see, bitch."
Well, I would have loved if she'd have said, flesh tone, and walked off. You know what I mean? Because if it was pasty beige,
That's what she's like. "I don't know. It's tan."
It's
and she
tan.
left. And I said, "And that's my white girl."
that's good.
That's my
good.
white girl
I do
right
like
there.
her, though. I don't mind
Me
her.
too.
And
But-
sometimes, you know what? We got to commend her because she doesn't talk to the press. That's important.
Yeah.
Because we know too much about these people not washing because they talk to the press.
There you
So
go.
thank you, Miss Bleepity Bleep, for not talking. I appreciate that.
Watching her do that live was insane.
You were feeling it.
It was insane.
You were feeling it. Were you
And
like,
also hearing how people shit talk.
oh.
I was gathering so much tea from like other media people. Like I was listening to them and I was like,
Girl, that can't be true.
I was like, no way. I was hearing them talk
What?
so much shit because they just have. I feel like a lot of the press people, especially that do the awards circuit, it's the same people every year. So like
course.
they've been doing it for like 10, 15 years, and they just know way too much about everybody. And I love getting gossip.
Oh, we're going to talk after this.
Okay, so we covered a lot of topics. all kinds of stuff today.
And shit that wasn't even on the list.
No, and that's okay.
You found out about my porn career. We discussed white people that don't wash. We discussed how pretty the people of the UK are. You don't like their eating habits.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot covered today.
All kinds of
we
stuff.
really did. This is a very important episode.
And we got a lot of advice. I got a lot of advice from you about stand-up, which I appreciate greatly.
Yes.
And I'm so curious, what would you say is your best piece of advice for people who are maybe either, whether they're pursuing drag, stand-up, or both at some point, because I know drag is so popular to pursue now, especially. Like, what would you say is your best piece of advice for them?
Don't do it. It's a trap. No, I think it's do whatever's going to make you happy. There are no rules. The minute you realize there are no rules, with the exception of living, dying, and paying your taxes, you need to do what's going to make you happy. So it's kind of amazing in the world we live in now where people are saying, I finally feel myself. I finally, whether it's the trans rights that is happening here where people are like, I'm actually living my truth. Do it. Totally. Do it. It's insane that so many people feel that it's problematic or an issue. If it's not your thing, no one's asking you to get gay married. Nobody's asking you to transition. Just be respectful as a spectrum,
Yeah, for
and
real.
I find what's crazy, like for me in particular, is that, I pay my taxes, I do my job. I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do without having to explain myself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think do what's going to make you happy. We're here for a very short period of time, So make yourself do those things. Like you said, I'm thinking about doing stand-up. Just do it. Just do it. And if it goes horribly wrong, you've got a great story. And if you feel bad, just go, ooh, just remember the Golden Globes and go, not that bad.
Then I go on Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars. That's a whole nother realm.
Yeah, that's when I go
Do
on
you
there.
want to do that?
No.
Okay. You just want to be in the promo?
I pivot there.
You pivot there.
Yeah, if everything goes wrong with comedy, I go that way.
Go into that. All right, yeah. Well, they'll take anybody.
Yeah.
So it's good. I just think it's that live your life and do what's going to make you happy. And so if it is drag, if it is, do it. Who the fuck cares? And the person that does say they care, like, why do they fucking care?
Because they don't have the fucking gall or the balls to go do it themselves.
Completely.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to make a joke about it, I'm not afraid of somebody making a joke or, like I said, calling me a faggot or saying that I'm a sissy. Great. Like, fine. Make it clever. But sure, it's nothing I haven't heard before. But in the end, when they're trying to take away people's rights, I consider it very problematic,
Absolutely.
And like in Florida with the drag ban and they don't want to have people performing and this, that. I'm like, now you're fucking with the wrong people because the gays are upset. Because once you start fucking with unlimited mimosas at brunch...
Good luck.
Exactly. It's on. It's on.
Go ahead and close those doors to that restaurant, bitch.
It's true. And it usually at those places, it's majority straight women that are coming to see the shows.
Absolutely.
Because they got to find us to have fun. They do.
Absolutely.
They do.
They don't have culture without you.
They don't. They need us.
I need y'all too, apparently.
Oh, yeah,
I
we
need
do.
y'all.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me and talking about absolutely nothing. Yes, I thoroughly enjoy it.
And we get paid to do it.
Ain't that?
Amen.
We're getting paid? I'm getting paid. Oh.
Not you, me.
Oh.
Yeah. Not you.
What a
This
cunt.
is for free.
What a cunt.
To the amazing Bianca Del Rio for coming. What else do you have going on that you would like the audience to know about?
Oh, I can't believe you're bringing this up.
Oh my God, it's so crazy.
Well, I'm about to go on the road with my new show called Dead Inside. And after doing this interview with me, you're going to go, yep, makes sense. Seems fitting. Dead Inside is my new show. And I'm doing the first 60 dates, which I'm starting in San Diego. And I run all the way through America and Canada. So do come check me out because I'll be on the road doing my show. For all ticket information, you can go to thebiancadelrio.com.
Period.
Yeah.
So exciting.
I'm looking forward to it.
60 dates. Damn.
Well, it's 60 right now, but it'll probably be a couple more for that part.
know.
And then we obviously go to the UK, your favorite place, and go to the UK. Then we go to South America. Then we go to Australia. So yeah, it's over the whole world. But this is the first chunk.
That's
so we do it bit by bit. Yeah. So you got to come see me if you want to see me in Los Angeles. You want to see me in San Diego. If you want to come see me in Palm Springs, we have options.
Oh, period.
You let me know.
And it has to be comped.
Sure. Sure. She don't pay me for the gig, but she wants free tickets.
I sure do.
Didn't this little prop here pay for this whole episode? This little cushion?
He paid my rent.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you so much for coming. Congrats on the tour. That's
Thank
fucking
you.
insane. Everyone, make sure you go buy tickets to Bianca's new tour, Dead Inside, at biancadelrio.com.
The Bianca Del Rio. The Bianca Del Rio. That's a whole nother story about this other Bianca Del Rio. Girl, imagine the hate mail she gets. But we'll talk about it. Yeah.
TheBiancaDelRio.com. Make sure y'all go cop tickets. It's going to be so fucking funny. I already know. I believe it so severely.
I love a review before it comes out. This
Period.
is good.
And if it sucks, that's her fault, not
Okay,
mine.
you know what? You went too far. I went along with your fucking Golden Globe joke. You can go along with me, bitch. Pulling out her titties. So original. Titties.
Girl. Come on.
Girl. That girl really works when you move the hair.
Yeah, it
Girl.
does.
Girl.
And we both have wigs on.
We do.
There you
we
go.
do.
Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Comment Section Show with the amazing Bianca Del Rio. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Bianca Del Rio. I keep it easy.
Period.
I haven't ventured into the TikTok because some bitch has my name. We'll talk
That's a
about
whole
that.
nother thing.
Oh, it's a girl. Girl.
Imposters everywhere.
It's the worst. Like who wants to be imposter of this? I mean, look at no. But yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with. So yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of madness.
Period. Okay,
They don't call it Twitter, X, whatever it's called. Girl, I
whatever.
can't keep up.
Y'all know.
Y'all know.
The Bianca Del Rio.
There you go.
Period. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Comment Section. Thank you so much to my amazing guest, Bianca Del Rio. And don't forget, new episodes of the Comment Section come out every Wednesday. You can stream the audio on all streaming platforms, but the video lives exclusively for free on Spotify, our favorite platform. We love Spotify. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.